Only to collaborate and listen. No, just collaborate.
You just said, let's stop collaborating and listen. You literally just did some Vanilla
you're
Ice
welcome.
shit. That is Tyler
Name
Ice.
of the episode.
Vanilla
Collaborate
Ice.
and listen.
Already.
Vanilla Ice.
There's money.
Time for you guys to go on. Time for you guys to go on Vanilla Ice.
And all right, we're gonna end the stream now.
we need
Good night.
That's it.
Good
Peace out.
night.
We need to just say it out loud. We are online. We are live.
Woo!
Oh, no. Hold on.
For episode 22 of the Blood Rising campaign for Night's Black Agents. Our campaign, our one-shot campaign, is almost old enough to get a discount on insurance.
This game's
Almost old enough to get a rental car.
Yeah,
It's almost as old as I am.
Yeah.
that is true.
And you know who's going to take us through this safely with no injuries to any of us?
None of us.
Byron.
No one.
Yeah,
Oh,
nobody.
oh, me?
On my
Oh.
screen, I'm above you, Jason, so you just pointed to me.
No, I did.
On my screen, it's Brent.
On this screen, I'm pointing at. Who am I pointing at right now? That's Dan.
You're pointing at Dan
It's
on my
Dan.
Oh,
screen.
it is Dan. Okay.
And your other hand is pointing at Brent.
Listen, it's
That's
Byron.
me.
Pointing at no one.
That's
but-
me.
okay. Well, here I'm gonna. Can I? No.
I'll do it
I
again.
believe it.
I'll do it again.
Depends on perspective. All right, so welcome all Myth Brigadiers to our second episode of Night's Black Agents. Oh, I'm sorry, 22nd episode.
22.
Apparently, there's two twos.
22.
I told you there'd be two episodes, Star. So like two and two again. That's
22 and
two.
22.
22 and 22, yeah, something like that. But anyway, welcome back. Hopefully, you guys still watch us. I mean, I don't really know. If they would,
Did anybody ever watch us?
No.
Yeah, I think
They
one or
do.
two people.
Actually.
I watch them sometimes.
So there's one fan, and I
I would
apologize
say that
if
like
you see
Thor,
this.
whatever his name is.
Living
No,
it.
well, you know, Thorg's
One
around.
fan.
Thorg's always in the chat. Hang on, let me see. I got to give him a shout out. So Rooster, Reuster's Place. So Rooster's Place, that's his YouTube name. It's cool because he will binge watch, and he always has some witty shit to say. Like I think he called Evan he definitely was a British Dan Aykroyd. I'm not sure if that was from one of the episodes, but he's in it. And so I feel like at some point we're going to realize that he's actually a vampire. And he's evaluating us to see, you know, but yeah, he's so shout out to you, man, for following the story. And Thorg always is like,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you. You obviously have very poor standards because you keep watching. Just kidding.
I mean, if there are real vampires out there and we're getting vetted for this, then
I'm fucking in, man.
we'll put our names forward.
Yeah. You know what
They're
they're
copying
like?
our plan.
They're making a note and they're like, don't let Brent buy drones. Like, don't.
Yeah. No, they learned that in like episode 1.
Yeah.
Friends still there for rent buy drones. It's true.
Yeah,
You know, it's
Oh,
entirely possible that this podcast or this stream is responsible for the chip shortage that we're currently experiencing because of the
The drone
Hilda
shortage.
issue.
The drone
Great.
shortage. That is true. You know, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even have that excuse back when I banned drones.
No, but I mean, like they saw that and went, "Oh shit!" And
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
after
a short
strap-
chips
after
to
you
prevent
strap a
that.
few pounds of C4 to them, they become
Like
pretty
the
deadly.
next morning, there's like a doorbell ring, and there's these two guys in black at Byron's door, like, let's talk about drones. Yeah. We know how you're working there, buddy. You're a double
Or
agent.
lack thereof drones. All right. So we'll go around the horn here pretty quick. Dan Kaplan, how are you, brother?
I'm good. I am good. Everything's been going fine, smooth as a bell. Nothing interesting to say, except I'm glad to be back here with all my friends. So I say hello.
Hell yeah.
Friends?
Hell yeah. Tara, drinking your peanut butter whiskey today.
peanut butter whiskey. Screwball for a screwball.
Any
I'm
kind of
good.
whiskey
COVID
sounds
cases are down. I got to go to DC. Life is otherwise crazy, but hey, we're good.
Nice.
Glad to be
Cool.
here tonight.
All right. Awesome. Tyler.
Got
No
my
more
Oreos.
cats on your walls. They jumped off.
Oh, there's still one up there.
No.
I got my Oreos and I'm happy. So, doing good.
Cool deal. Brent,
Hey guys.
aka Tesla.
I was thinking since Tara's drinking a peanut butter drink, the only thing I have is Fireball and peppermint schnapps. So it's like if we take a break, like a bio break, I might go down and grab one of those two.
No,
I think
grab
you
them
should-
both.
I've
I think
got
you
some
should-
Fireball.
I think you should chug grape jam.
Mayonnaise.
Water it down first, so it's like at a drinkable level.
No balls. No balls.
Mustard in the cup. All right.
And last but not
like a
least,
shot of Dijon.
Evan the Vampire Moyer,
Huh.
aka
Look.
Jason Jones.
I'm doing great. I'm going to take my time to acknowledge Ogre for Hire, who's chatting on the channel for the first time, and say cheers to you. And also,
Welcome.
Also point out this stupidness. I have a Corona, but no bottle opener. We'll figure that out.
Oh.
in a minute. I'll
Dude, you
roll
can
for
use anything as a bottle opener.
yeah. I'll roll for strength. I have some coffee. I have a water,
I have a friend that can do it with his teeth.
and I have a bottle of wine without a real glass to drink it out of. So I'm going to have to finish a coffee.
Chug,
Break it
chug,
off.
chug,
There you
chug.
go.
Sorry.
I'm Tommy Wildflower. What's going on? Anyway, so
That's
welcome.
me. That's me, silly.
Oh, that's you. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? It doesn't say Tara. So
Yeah, duh. Or Dr. Mitchell.
yeah. No, I'm good. So we've finished our tracking of our record that's been in progress for the last 3 years. It's no better than it was then. In fact, it's gotten worse, if I'm being honest. But we're done, so that's cool. We got a show in Vero on Saturday, and I'm just happy to be here with you guys. About to die. That's what I'm.
And that's for the wonderful band The Bitter, for those of you who didn't know.
You mispronounced terrible, but okay.
Wonderful.
Full.
That's the reason.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible. Les terribles.
Yeah. All right, guys. So when we last left off, you guys were, I don't know, you were kind of evacuating, I guess we would call it.
We prefer running away.
You're falling back. We'll say.
Evacuating our bowels.
I can't
Falling
sleep.
back. Yeah. Expeditious retreat. Yep. Fireball. Whatever. This magic missile, I guess.
Magic missile.
Fire.
Doesn't work very well. You point at it, but it does nothing.
Thorg's
Just
here.
like in real life.
It's very realistic that way.
It is. It is. So somebody was storming the complex, and you're not really sure who that is, but they look like they're serious, and so they look like they came to party. Not like Ryzen came to party, but this is a whole different.
Like
kind of-
Lily came to party.
Yeah, like Lily came to party style. So I think everybody was together except for Tesla was
Unfinished business.
trying to do some one-man unfinished business against, of course, good old Costa,
Ooh.
who was a vampire that they captured several episodes ago, I believe. 2, 3, I don't know. 2 episodes ago.
Shoot him with that bullet I gave you.
That one bullet.
See what it does.
Sure.
And yeah, so you guys don't see the Hound. You're not really sure where she's at.
I don't care.
Yep. But you have Lucy Blythe, the great granddaughter of shit. What was her name?
That one chick, Lucy.
Yeah,
The one chick, yeah.
Lucy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lucy Weston. I don't know. This one's
Yeah,
stupid.
it was Lucy Westonra.
Yeah, Westerner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Westerner.
Lucy Westerner. She's named after her namesake, of course, but because that's how namesake works. But yeah, so you guys were doing that, and so they are kind of coming down like this big hallway. Is kind of where they were coming from, the like the loading dock side of things, and you guys were kind of like there's a T junction basically, and you guys were like off to the left side of that T junction, and I'm not sure you were necessarily putting eyes on them as you were just evacuating. Anybody
Do we have to
trying to?
go that way to get to the helicopter?
I mean, there's
All right.
windows and doors in this place, so you could technically go any direction to get to the helicopter. Some are just more treacherous than others. There's roof ladder to go to the roof access. It is not a double-story building; it's just a single story, at least as far as you're aware. I mean, there could be a below ground level, but you're not sure. You haven't seen any kind of thing that would show that there's a below ground level.
Were we heading for the helicopter pad on the roof?
Mhm.
So the
The helicopter
so-
pad is actually out back, like in the parking lot. It's not so much. I think technically what you're trying to do is basically they're coming in and you're trying to go out and come back around kind of where they came from in a way to get to the helicopter.
Ah.
And I think somebody can. Oh yeah, Tesla can fly the helicopter. I was like,
We talked about that.
I forgot. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, but it takes a few moments to get warmed up and stuff. So, I mean, it's gonna be a hot second. Luckily for you, he's doing something else. So, so let's start with the group that is kind of holding them off or fleeing from them or what have you. So, are you guys basically pushing her wheelchair, or you like picked her up and?
Evan.
I can go head a couple of them off in the hallway if you guys want to get to the helicopter.
So who? I'm trying to remember the way it played out at the end. Like, was it Lily and I that were lagging behind, where the phone was and all that stuff, and you guys had pressed forward with?
I thought the four of us were together, but Tesla had gone back to
I don't know if anyone came.
say
with me.
goodbye.
I
to his
remember
friend.
something totally different, but I'm not.
I think that had happened, and then you guys had just reunited.
All right. So
I thought me
Comments
and Tesla
below.
were together to going to check on Costa when all this was going down, and we heard gunshots, and then everyone else was making their way to us.
That sounds about right because I don't remember
No.
one person breaking off. I remember the
Yeah, I
party
don't.
being spread.
It was me and Tesla together, is what I remember.
Okay, so the three of you are in the hallway, and Lily and Tesla are absent, and you guys have Lucy Blythe with you,
okay.
and so forth. You guys did, pack up your gear and stuff like that already before that. So, I mean, you've probably loaded that on the helicopter already, I would assume, because you guys were in that mode of getting out of here, or at least Evan was,
Lily
due to
packs light
the,
anyway.
So
the dreams and stuff anyway.
is Ms. Blythe in her wheelchair or is she on foot?
She's currently in her wheelchair. She doesn't walk that fast, so she would like if you guys are
Okay.
fleeing.
So I'm thinking that I would be pushing her and
Okay.
knowing that Evan has some physical advantages to the rest of us, he would be like bringing up the rear and for potential protection.
Why are you
I'm so
laughing?
proud of Dr. Mitchell. It used to be Evan has physical disadvantage.
I know,
compared
right?
to
That's
us.
good.
Well, he's come so far.
All right,
Yeah,
so Johnny, what are you doing?
Well, I guess in terms of armaments, can we consider that we're carrying whatever it is we need, or is there an armry here?
Yeah.
What should we say?
There is an armory here, but I mean, you guys are super spies. You could probably have access to just about whatever you would want. I'm not sure you would have had 100% amount of time to get something from the armory, but I believe there is a skill for that, isn't there? Like preparedness.
Preparedness.
Fair.
Yeah.
Somebody,
I
somebody,
have
some of us
preparedness.
have a carry for that.
Yeah, preparedness. So, like, why don't you make a preparedness roll
All right, let me grab a die.
to see if you have what it is that you're looking for?
Open.
I
that
rolled a
black
4.
book.
A 4. That's actually good enough in the environment you're in and stuff like that. I don't think there's any reason to add any modifiers, and a 4 will be solid enough to
All right,
make
great.
that roll.
Lucy, would you like
so-
one of these 3 Tech 9s?
Tech 9. That's the most horrible gun ever.
It is. It is.
Like I know we're in 2010, so I'm gonna give you a 1990s hood gun that doesn't hit anything.
But
If you want to get a comment on Byron, talk about
All
it.
right, all right, all right. How about like MP5s or something like that? That would look better.
the visual of him
Very much so.
handing an assortment of 3 of the same gun to a lady in a wheelchair.
That's right.
That makes
It was really just to get the reaction out of Byron when I said Tech 9. I was waiting for that. All right.
You got
So, yeah, we could have MP5s. If Lucy can handle one, will she take it?
I mean, she's not really that great of a shot. She's just not really that kind of a fighter, but
That's why I want to give her semi-auto.
she'll take it.
Are you kidding me? She takes 2 of them. She spins them around.
She's on
She's totally like, can't.
He holds them sideways. She holds them sideways.
she's
like
on
that.
wheels. She's like a tank, right? Like she's just like
Yeah.
with her. Yeah,
Yeah, she
It's
takes
good.
all the bolts as we push her.
She
into
pulls
the
a
guns,
river
right?
from Firefly. She pulls a river. Closes her
would-
glances, closes her eyes. Pew pew pew.
That would be awesome if you guys hadn't already investigated to see if she was completely human to start with.
All right, and so I do hand her
River's
one.
human. Shut up.
I'll have one strapped over my shoulder, and I have the other one ready to go. And as soon as Dr. Mitchell stops pushing the wheelchair, if we get attacked, I'll hand her one.
Okay.
I also rolled a 4 for my preparedness.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right.
I
Awesome.
also
What would you like to have?
I would like to have one of my garlic bombs.
All right. Yeah. You can have a garlic bomb. That's not a problem. All right. So, and Evan, what are you gonna do?
So I think I've got my pistol out, but I'm trying to kind of. So I've noticed recently that my senses are different, and I'm thinking I'm trying to like smell, and see if anything's changing, and just take in what's happening. Like, are we about to be beset upon by like a gang of vampires dressed in leather jackets or something super weird, or what? So Dr. Mitchell said take up the rear. I've got the rear. No one's gonna come up the rear.
Okay, that's great.
Unlike yesterday. Sorry.
Smell the latex.
As soon as I said it, sorry. Don't cancel us. Or do. I don't. It's fine.
No doubt. Right?
We'll be all right.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right.
Someone's
So,
probably already done it.
so Evan, you immediately, as soon as you start activating your senses a little bit more and trying to get a good feel for what's going on around the corner because you can't see it yet. Excuse me. You are bombarded. Your sense of smell is completely overloaded with like exotic spice, like just as strong. It's very powerful.
Is it like the Indian lady?
You can't really
spice, the
smell
lady-
anything but that.
Is it like the Indian lady?
It's the curry mafia.
Yeah. It's like
Curry mafia.
Same
Not
smell?
that.
Not the curry mafia.
Mumbai Mafia.
No, what I'm trying seriously. I'm trying to hone in. Like, what's the smell? Have
Yeah.
I smelled it before? Is it that?
No, you never smelt it before. But it's extremely strong. Partially because of your senses, and partially because it's already
give me a is it like a curry? Is it like a clove? What is it like a? Is it
more of a clove? More of a clove than a curry.
At least it's not patchouli. It's not hippie vampires. We're okay.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not patchouli. But
This is
definitely,
the worst, man.
yeah. And right about that
Vampires,
time,
I
right about that time, as you're starting to focus on your senses, they almost look like flashbangs, kind of roll towards the end of the hallway, like it looks like they're coming from wherever these guys are, and one bursts open, the other one doesn't, and the one that bursts open takes that smell that you're already smelling and multiplies it by 10. It's like you literally have to make a roll to kind of
what roll?
keep track
It's an
of your senses.
It's an anti-Evan agent.
It's an anti-patchouli roll. Here I go.
Saving
Saving throw against patchouli. Fucking
Patchouli grenades.
patchouli bombs.
oh god.
Patchouli
there's
bomb.
so
Sounds
many
like a
stories.
bad
It's for
drink.
chai
That sounds awful.
That sounds horrible.
All right, what am I rolling, Byron? Just
I don't know. Pick a skill. or
Willpower,
style or
I don't
something.
know.
Willpower. Yeah, there's
That's
no
not
willpower.
a.
in this.
That's not a. Skill.
Why
Health?
don't we go with let's do a health
oh
Health
jeez, come on now.
or-
Okay.
health roll.
I'm not gonna spend anything because I feel like I didn't anticipate the patchouli attack like I should have. Where do I?
No
roll?
one-
Where the hell's my?
No
health?
one
No one
expects
could-
Where's
No,
my health
it's
number?
never
Oh wait, there it is.
truly-
I got 8.
It's kind of like
Inquisition.
the Spanish
All right.
Inquisition of grenades.
All right, we're going old school. Oh shit, no, we're not. Apparently, we threw our dice across the house, so we're gonna instead open the dice.
Cool.
Sorry, give me a second.
Oh, you're right.
6. I'm gonna show you because I'm. Oh, I rolled a 5.
All right. Woo. So that's actually good enough. So you managed to almost basically shut your senses down and not be overwhelmed by this. But it's definitely surprising that, you could definitely assume that they're trying to do something that would target somebody with enhanced senses.
Is there a science or any roll that I can make to understand what it is that I'm smelling? What is the substance? What is it?
It's more that Byron just doesn't know than it is that you wouldn't know. Just not gonna lie, kind of
Am I-
making some
if
shit
I
up. We're
were
gonna call
able
it
to smell
cinnamon
it-
or cinnamon curry powder. I don't know.
So
Something
so
like
is it
that.
is it a
Am I
weird?
able-
Yeah.
From where I am.
Oh yes, absolutely. You guys are able
Okay,
to.
then
Smell
I'm
it.
going to know immediately that this is an anti-vampire defense.
Yeah, because I mean, it's definitely so. It doesn't affect you guys as much as it does
Right.
him.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely
Obviously targeted
obviously
to
targeted
somebody
at-
with heightened senses.
So I think there's this moment where Evan looks at Dr. Mitchell, and his eyes are that kind of almond, like that. The pupils are way too big, but not quite so like red and ominous, but just too unnatural. There's danger here. We have to go. Let's go.
We are going. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Clearly, these are they anti-vampire forces, or they could be vampire anti-vampire forces, I suppose. Let's move.
That is a fact.
All right.
So
We'll keep
as you
going.
guys start to
Can
back
we
away,
see
hold
any
on.
of them, Byron, from where we are?
Not
Can we
yet.
see
You
them?
can't because they're around
Okay.
the corner.
Can Evan tell anything else about them? Can you hear how many? Can you tell how many there are?
Yeah, I would probably say he probably could. Let's see what would be equivalent to like. I'd really need to get this like together.
And what about
No,
their voices?
three
What do we
different
call
blood
that?
types. That's what you smell.
Um,
There could be 7
O
guys.
positive, B negative.
what do we call that?
It's
more like-
Um,
Yes.
That's right.
But born in '84.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
you-
say, oh, a 71.
Mm.
maybe a trade craft to
I love me
kind of
some
estimate
millennials.
how many people were around the corner.
Who? Me?
Trade
Couldn't
craft,
he-
maybe. I don't know.
Couldn't,
Yeah.
he couldn't,
Yeah,
he
Evan.
couldn't just tell with his super senses. Come on.
Sense trouble, maybe.
Well, that's sense trouble. There you go. That's what I was
Okay.
looking for. Yeah,
Which
sense
is-
trouble.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
And
And I can spend
Um,
some
Is it
points.
cherry for sense trouble again? Unless you can move your.
I'll spend 2 points. I got
Okay.
I got a couple, so I'll do that. So there's points. Okay, so there's 3, 2 points, 5.
okay, yeah. So 5. So you would estimate there are probably because you can actually, even though there's no bang and no gunshots have been fired or anything like that. So you can actually hear their hearts beating.
Oh fuck!
And you know that there's probably at least 6 of them in the hallway,
So
pretty
is-
close to the T junction.
So is it possible that this happens all in the same time before I might have said all this nonsense to the doctor about trouble? Or maybe we're like right on the heels of it. It's trouble, and she's like, oh, yeah, we're going. And I'm like, no, there's 6 of them. Right there. And I point.
Yeah, absolutely. you
I
can do
back
that.
up to the wall, put my back against the wall, so I'm like, they're going to have to shoot all of them before they shoot me or whatever. But this sucks. Where's Tesla?
So your back is against the wall, and we're gonna kind of scoot forward here, just a little bit of description, and we're gonna flip over to Tesla and Lily. But so you start to see like the part of a rifle, like it looks like an automatic rifle of some sort, starts to come around the corner, and then all of a sudden, it turns like this, and they have guns that can fire around the corner.
Big dicks.
and they start to open up.
Roll for
So
initiative.
there's 2 of them, one high and one low, and they start to basically some gunfire starts to ring out. So we'll get back to you in just a second. Leave you on a little cliffhanger for a second.
Hey.
All right. So Tesla and Lily are just kind of like there's maybe like 2 hallways you have to go down till you get to like the containment area, and off the main hallway that's not connected to the other hallway. So when you retreat back, you're joining them, not where the other guys are. Okay, to be clear in the
If
way
we
the
go
layout.
forward, we'll go to where the other guys are.
If you go forward, you'll run into these guys, or you could go outside the building possibly if there was a way out down there that you maybe don't know about. But yeah, so there are the containment facilities. There's 7 doors altogether, 3 on the right, 3 on the left, and 1 in the center.
I'm just gonna look at Lily and be like, we take them all out, right? Start with Casa, work our way around.
I don't know if we have that much time.
It's
As we hear the gunshots going from in the hallways.
Gunshots
like,
haven't started yet.
But we
But
had
they
heard
will.
them before they entered even the building. We're hearing them shoot. I remember that from last night.
Did we?
No, you didn't hear any gun. No one's fired any shots.
Oh, nothing. Any fire. Okay, so I'm gonna open up Costa's containment unit
Okay.
and go inside.
So you go to open Costa's containment unit, and the key pass that you used before doesn't work.
Yeah, they changed it on us. Let's see. I do have some. I could try. I could try to see if I could short it out. You know, I always keep some tools on me.
Yeah.
Basically, pry the fucker open and just try to mechanically just short out the whole system.
Yeah, so it'd either be like electronics or tradecraft.
Have we been in contact with each other? Or
No, because you don't have radios on. So
I was gonna
you
say, I
wouldn't
think
be
here our radios don't work. I think, right?
Yeah, the
all
radios
that shit
aren't
was
working down
jammed. Yeah.
and I know
Sucks.
nothing about the danger, so I'll
Oh.
just
Ooh,
help him kill.
I'll spend 2 points of electronic skill, and pry the
Wait,
face
why
off.
wouldn't you know
why
anything
wouldn't
of
why
the
would you
danger?
know anything about the danger?
You would.
You were there
because-
when we were all together. When
you
they
just said I
started-
haven't heard any shots.
Well, Lily,
I haven't heard
Yeah, but
any
you were
shooting.
there when
and
they
I
got
haven't
here.
talked to anyone.
you and I
Yeah,
were,
but you were with you're with Tesla.
and you and
Yeah,
I were together when this all started.
We know that people are coming, Lily,
Yeah.
but we don't know. But we don't know that they're already inside yet. As far as
Correct.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
we know that
that's what
they're
I'm saying.
coming.
I don't know they're here currently inside the building. I know they're
Yeah,
coming
you don't.
here.
Yeah, you don't know they're inside. You know
That's
that
more
they
what I was
were
saying
outside.
than-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I got a 7 to basically.
Okay. Yeah, so you just flick the panel down basically and start messing with it and just short it
Pulling
out.
off wires. I'm like,
Yeah, pulling out wires. You're like, not this fucking time. and yeah, it manages to slide open at that point. Inside is like this entire like cage that it looks made of metal, and you would assume some sort of brass or something like that, the way it's made, and because it's very shiny and dark colored, and it's on like this system that basically turns it constantly, and so it's constantly moving around, so it can't gain any kind of connection to the outside walls or the floor, and it's basically moving, and you can see he's like, you can see him in there kind of getting tossed around, but he's kind of got accustomed to it now, so he's got his sea legs, we'll call it.
but does he look conscious?
Yeah, he's standing up.
And the cage covers him completely, like he's basically like Tony Stark, Iron Man right now.
No, it I mean, he's in the cage, but it doesn't completely, there are bars and stuff on the cage that you can see through. And he's shirtless, he's all tore up, he's got scars and shit all over his chest, and but he's kind of being tossed around by this thing.
I'll turn to Lily and I'll be like, all right, option 1, I just plant a whole bunch of C4 in this room, then we leave and I just blow it up, hope that kills him.
Why don't you flee? I can see that you're clearly weak.
Or we could do this, and I load one of those special bullets into the gun, and I just turn and fire into the cage.
Okay.
You want a shooting roll, I'm guessing?
Yeah, because I don't know if shooting's like, are you like an expert shooter? Probably, but
Yes.
you're,
Yeah, Lily.
you're a super spy. What super spies are next as shooters?
I'm gonna spend 2, and I'll be a 7.
Okay, yeah. So you shoot him.
It's with the
and
special bullets.
remind me where you got those from.
They were in, I'm guessing, or the laptop was where I found.
Okay,
the
yeah, that was
notes.
like the hound's room.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
See
Yeah,
what
you
this
shoot
does.
him. You shoot him with one of those bullets, and like it impacts him, and he kind of like, kind of laughs a little bit at first, and it kind of goes into him, and you see like the skin, like around where you shot him, just starts to like boil, and basically it starts to like peel back into like this open wound, almost like an exit wound, but it's actually like it
On the
seems
front.
to be kind of like a cross between destroying and disintegrating his skin.
Oh,
That's
this is
hot.
perfect.
We're not using all
And
these.
you only had one of them.
I'm like,
Save one for Evan.
it's only gonna take one. So I'm actually a very good shot too. Not Lily good. I don't think I put as many points. It's like, but I have one of those bullets. I'm just gonna try to plant one in his head.
I thought that when we found those bullets, I took one for evaluation.
I gave one to Tesla because I
Yeah.
know he can make them. I only gave one
Okay.
to Tesla.
Okay. All right.
You've got at least 3.
I
remember
thought I
how
had a
many you actually
magazine.
had.
And
Okay.
It was a Glock magazine. So, I mean,
So it was
Glock
like
magazines
15.
come in like 10, 12, 17. I was
Yeah,
guessing
it's
it
probably
was a 10.
17. It's
Okay,
probably
sounds
17.
good. So I gave one to him. I shot one. So I'm 15 left.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Try to plant one in his head. I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of points.
All right. So you are gonna suffer a -1 basically because he's moving around because of the gimbal.
I got a 9.
Whoa. Okay. So pow, you shoot him and it goes right in his forehead. He starts laughing. He's like, ha, 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 "You think that's gonna do anything?" And right about then, like his forehead just kind of like melts, and like his eyes, like at first they're like there, but then it takes out like the nerves in the back, and his eyes just start dangling out of the front of his skull. and he tries to laugh, and then like the top half of his jaw just like is eradicated by it like going out. And he's just like, ah.
He's like, Allegra.
Yeah,
he's like,
He starts Allegra. He
Fuck
stops
it.
screaming relatively quickly because he lacks the ability to.
I don't even know what it takes to kill one of these fucking things. I'm gonna have to shut this thing down. We're gonna have to do. I'm gonna be like Lily. You think? Let's do this manually from here on out.
I mean, I don't think you could do much else.
Yeah, you can shut it down. That's not
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna be like, just, I don't know, chop them up, and then I'll blow up the pieces.
I'll take his head.
trying to be sure.
Don't take anything of him.
No, I meant like take his head off. I'm not
Oh.
gonna like cut his arm off and his leg, and I'm just gonna cut his head off.
And then
That is
then you put those pieces in the
off.
slap chop, and you chop them up, and then you blow them up, and then you.
I pull out my
And
ninja,
that's how
my
hamburger
ninja
is
blender.
made.
Bamburger. That's Bamburger, not hamburger.
Bamburger.
Contender.
I see what you did there.
Awesome on
Willie
my-
holding a decapitated head. Bamburger.
I like watching you drink a 2-liter Diet Coke.
What's for
That's
dinner?
old school, man.
Huh?
That's old school.
I ain't got time for cups.
Vamburger. It's what's for dinner.
Bamburger.
So, I mean, yeah, that's the plan. It's gonna be like, I'm just gonna rely on Lily to chop them up, and then I'm gonna blow up pieces just to be sure.
So,
It's Tuesday, right? That's like what
So
happened.
you're able to bust the cage open and stop the gimbal. I mean, it has controls right there that they don't really worry about like whether you can use them or not because you already have access to the room. So you bust it open and you drag his body out, or are you stepping in the cage and
Probably better to drag his body out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go in. I'll pull out my little kukri and get ready. Seeing as how everyone knows that vampire hunters use kukris now.
yeah,
So.
who doesn't use a kukri?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
anybody with a cool knife has a
Yeah,
kukri.
it's a scene thing. Yeah.
It is.
I have one too.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you drag his body out and start chopping it up.
I just decapitate him. I'm not worried about, like I said, removing his other limbs. And
Okay.
stuff some C4 in his neck, and let's get on with the day.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you shove some C4 in his neck and plant it and basically
Walk out.
exit out of the room. I'm assuming you shut the door, otherwise it's gonna
Cool kids walk away from explosions.
blow things. Yeah, slow walk away from the
All right,
explosion.
slow walk.
Wow.
Right.
You look back. Do you look back?
Of course not.
Yeah.
You
And,
don't ever
Never look back.
so being that I'm old, I need to take a momentary pee break. So
Momentary. So I
Momentary.
have
I'll be
to,
quick. I'll be
got-
quick. I promise.
I got a level set.
Oh.
Unless the ideas come in way up here. So far, Thorg has this episode's title. Don't let me forget. It is Purge the Patchouli.
There's a-
Purge the
That's
Patchouli.
good.
I got a little bit
Fan
of fireball
fucking
left.
tastic. I thought you were holding up a bottle of patchouli. I'm like, Jesus, that's so much
Yeah,
patchouli.
just a straight bottle of patchouli.
Yeah, that's enough to fuel like an entire colony of
I got my
hippies for like an
cologne.
You
eternity.
Tyler,
Brent, go get
just
your
sprinkling it
fireball.
on.
Brent, go get your fireball.
Okay, I'll go get my fireball.
I don't need a glass. I'm just gonna drink out of the bottle. If I can open it, Jesus. Who closed this thing?
I sort
Oh,
of
yeah, me.
I sort of picture like after what I just heard Tesla doing and Lily, like we're already to the helicopter and we're waiting, and Johnny's looking at his watch like anytime now. He's down there like chopping and blowing up.
Lily and Tesla trying to outdo each other, blowing up vampires again.
He's like holding up a piece of the vampire over a Zippo or something, just like cooking. Let's
It
make
must be Thursday.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah, never leave Lily and Tesla together with a vampire. It's just bad news.
Oh, it's good. No, it's great though.
I haven't had a fireball since we went to Sin City Con.
No way.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not possible. I don't believe you.
When was
Well,
Sin City Con?
2019.
2 years,
Oh.
3 years ago.
Ooh.
I had
It was a good
Jim
fucking
Beam.
time. That's
I
what
had
it was.
I had Jim
I don't
Beam
know.
honey since then. That's been my new thing.
Nice.
It's been really good.
That was the con where we opened up the bar.
Yeah.
I've had to branch into other variations of Glenlivet because my local store doesn't carry mine. So it's been experimental, very minor experimental. Going to my first convention soon too, Gamma, or
I
not
mean-
Gamma.
No,
Oh, yeah,
you need to come to Chaosium Con because that's where we're all gonna be. Thorg,
When is that again?
fucking, I don't know,
April
April.
8th. 8th through
Ypsilanti, Michigan, or some
7th,
shit.
8th, and 9th,
Yeah.
I think, or 8th, 9th, and 10th.
I haven't signed up for it. Yeah.
Why?
It's at like
Why?
Ted Nugent's
You have
house
time
or
right now.
something.
Tesla's not back in.
Yeah,
Right.
no, we're gonna do this. Thorg, come to Chaosium Con. Whoever else is on stream or on YouTube, all of you come to Chaosium Con. Just please.
Are
if
we
you-
gonna have a Chaosium Con party?
Yeah, we should. We actually.
I
should.
promise if anyone comes from the Myth Brigade, like
Jason will sign
people
your
who
shirt.
watch. Yeah, Jason,
No, you
Jason
gotta-
will sign your boobs.
Boobs.
He will
I'll
sign your
boobs.
tits.
No,
for
just
sure.
only one tit.
But
only one
yeah.
tit.
Dude, Jason, can you sign my tits?
Yep.
Maybe.
Fine.
Hell yeah.
That's a charge, though. Normally we charge a fee,
it's
but
an
with
extra
Chaosium
charge.
Con,
Wait, let me
right.
just clarify. Tyler, as long as they're not like in a baggie and you're like here and there's like some weird.
No, they're
As long as
his,
they're
not
tagged.
someone else's.
No, they're mine, not so, but literally here.
I literally could not find shot glasses, so I'm just gonna like a true alky.
Me either. So I'm drinking out of the bottle.
I'm drinking out of a 2-liter. So
Still.
be a man. Let's
I'm
go.
drinking out of the bottle because I don't have a glass.
Jason, you had a chance to go get that.
No, so we're gonna have a big ass box of Myth Brigade merch at Chaosium Con. We're gonna do it right
Yeah,
and actually.
I got a
see-
bottle opener right here. Can you just
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
just grab it. Just take it right now.
Is
put
that,
your
a,
beer,
So-
put your beer
If
right
you
there.
really want it, just take it, Jason.
is that a speculum? What is that?
A wine opener?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah,
Chaosium
also
Con.
something you could use. You could use the whole thing right now.
We're gonna have merch and us and lots of
Hell yeah.
Myth Brigade
Yeah.
haul.
Are we gonna do any gaming, or we're just gonna fuck off?
No, we need to
mean,
get.
maybe.
Together.
Is there
I'm gonna
a
try to get in
difference?
any game Bridget runs.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Although, hey,
There's gonna be so many cool people.
I'm just
there.
gonna say,
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool people.
I need an opportunity to redeem myself after what I did last session, which I am gonna edit and post because it's regrettable. Like I need.
Did Shauna give you permission?
I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. So,
Oh, yeah.
Byron, I've never
Tell
seen
me
you.
what happened because I was
Oh
busy
my
with a
God.
problem.
All right, so it's a real quick summary. There's this time where we come to the culmination of this plot of this one adventure that will remain nameless, and I'm going to try to make it generic so that I don't spoil anything. So, whole lot of people, cultists, having a great big orgy, like Matrix style, but with like sores or whatever cultists do. And they're making out because they're excited because our friend, who we were all brought together to save, is going to get sacrificed. Okay, so we're there. Shauna makes it clear that we can't make it in to like just grab him and be like, I've got our friend, haha, and run away like the stupid barbarian in the one game that I played that I want to kill that player. Dennis. And then
that player, not the character.
he's still running, that barbarian. He's like running around the world 7 times. But anyway, so so we get to the situation. There's a no win, and the monster's there, and I'm going crazy. I'm losing sanity points hand over fist. I'm not really connected to the others, so I don't have that like bond of like, hey, what do I do? And I'm just thinking about this. And I'm like, the only way out of this to save them and me is to kill our friend. So I did. And it was great because actually Shauna was just like, whoa, and Bridget's like, yeah, and Byron was just like, he gave me the dad look. He's like so disappointed in me. I was just like, I'm like, no, we're still friends, right? I did not fucking sleep that whole night because I killed that stupid. The guy was my character was a magician. This dude's a pervert that followed me around everywhere. He needed to die anyway, and he's dead now. So get over it, Byron.
Yeah, and then the monster didn't survive because the monster survived, but the main
prayed to Jesus.
The main cultist didn't survive because the monster ate him because he didn't get his sacrifice.
Right, so that was cool, right? That was like
Jesus
80s horror movie. Cool.
Stopped it. Yeah, it was awesome.
But I didn't.
So
it could have gone a couple ways, but I don't know. But the next time I'm going to be a lawful good guy.
You're not. Nobody believes that.
I have some oceanfront property in Arizona if you're willing to buy into that.
Sign me up. I'm going to pay in Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's do this.
Crypto.
Yeah.
All right. So now that I'm back from my
Meanwhile.
old man break, so yeah, so you guys going back to the other set of individuals, Dr. Mitchell, Johnny, and Evan.
You hear an explosion.
Somebody must have dropped while I was like out of the room because like the camera's all rearranged.
No, Grant turned his camera off.
Oh,
So rearrange it back on.
But anyway, yeah. So you see the guns kind of wrap around the corner and start opening up. I got some dice around here somewhere, I think. Oh my god!
Were they really shooting around the corner, or is it possible for us to like sense trouble and like open up fire as well through the smoke?
Yeah.
I mean, you can fire through this.
And I'm pushing a wheelchair.
Yeah, Dr. Mitchell's pushing the wheelchair. Johnny will like periodically stop and fire semi-automatic, like fire off like 5 rounds at a time, in an attempt to like at least slow down any humans that might be coming. Probably not vampires.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, so you heard 5 heartbeats, but how many sets of footprints or footfalls did you hear?
Fuck if I know.
See, he was about to listen to that, and that's when the gunfire started.
Yeah, it's
kind of
that
the pitter pat is kind of over.
He was listening. He didn't say what he was listening for.
Vampires don't use
You
guns.
made that up.
Vampires
Yes,
don't use guns.
Count their flatulence.
Yeah, don't put your opinions on him.
So not to be special or anything, but however, you guys did hear you would say six footfalls in addition to the 6 heartbeats. So there's not like somebody without a heartbeat around the corner.
I don't know that there's time for me to even say it. I think that there's just like this.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of 6 sphincters tightening.
All of them
At least
combined.
3 or 4 probably.
I grew 6 sphincters.
I don't think her sphincter can tighten.
So, Dr. Mitchell, you catch a bullet to the shoulder. Yeah, you catch a bullet to the shoulder.
Good catch.
Oh no.
For 4 points of damage.
Oh shit.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, no doubt, right? So you're pushing a wheelchair, you're kind of facing away, and like you catch a bullet in the shoulder. I think
Evan catches her as she recoils from the shot. Like
it's low enough that because Lucy Blythe had that big high back, like older style wheelchair. It goes through the back of the wheelchair also, and doesn't hit her, but it just like, punches a hole in like the wicker like mesh back that it has on it.
John will try to lay down some cover fire.
Yeah. So
good thing that wicker is one of the strongest materials known to man.
That's true.
Teflon wicker.
Not that thin, but it is Teflon wicker, right?
Kevlar. It was Kevlar wicker.
So Johnny, you want to lay down some covering fire?
Yeah, you want me to roll weapons?
Fire down the hallway. Yeah. So you don't
Essentially
see
shooting.
anybody yet. You don't see anybody yet because they must be around the corner still.
Can I use my sense trouble maybe to hear them through the smoke?
I mean, you hear them coming. They're not being that quiet.
All right.
You don't even need
So-
to use sense trouble to hear them.
Is there anything special I roll if I'm doing automatic fire or semi-automatic fire?
No.
Not really. So I believe if you have the cherry and you could do like suppressing fire. I'm not really sure how the rule works for it.
I have 8 weapons, so I'm not sure what that does.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
damn.
could do suppressing fire.
Well,
That's not a
weapons
problem.
is like knives and stuff.
Oh, sorry. Right. It's
That's shooting.
Shooting.
Yeah.
Shooting. Right. I have.
It's like I've got 47.
Maybe have we reset since we got here? I have 4 on shooting. I think I should have reset it to 8.
Well, you should, because we've not had any combat since we've been here.
Yeah, you haven't.
Oh, you know what? I only have 4 shooting. That's what it is. I spent 4. All right, so I have 4 shooting.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a point in it and a roll.
Okay.
All right. 6 plus 1, 7.
All right. Yeah. So you start laying down some suppression fire, and just at the right time, because like somebody comes and they kind of slide, like do like a 1-knee baseball slide, like around the corner, trying to get more of an advantageous position since 2 of their buddies are taking up the wall slot. And you catch him right in the, or him or her in the shoulder. They're wearing like black, tactical bodysuits with like military style helmets on. And
Do
so
they yell help, I'm being suppressed?
no, they don't.
Okay.
They don't yell that.
All right. Just checking.
Yeah. So funny.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, hopefully that buys some time. I think, is Dr. Mitchell still on her feet?
Yeah, she's on her feet. Yep, she's probably using the wheelchair to help hold her up, but yeah, she's definitely on her feet. Dr. Mitchell, what are you gonna do? And then it's up to Evan after that.
I'm proceeding forward with.
Okay, yeah. So you
slice
start
as well
on the
as I
double.
can. Leaning forward, and my right side is probably not all that thrilled. So I'm gonna, I may need to use my body weight to help propel her, but I'm just proceeding forward as fast as I can. Trying to head
Got it.
towards
It's
the-
relatively easy to use your body weight to propel that big, due to the fact that it's such a high back wheelchair also. So it makes it kind of easy to kind of push with your left side and kind of push it forward as well as you can. Evan, you see one guy individual in the hallway at this point. The other 2 individuals you're not really sure about that are around the corner. There's at least 3 more of them over there.
Okay, so I think if at all, and I don't know, Byron, we haven't talked about what my abilities are. So I think but Evan, so one of his best friend just got shot, and he is really angry. I don't know what that looks like, but he's gonna come around from behind this high back wheelchair. So this guy's like, oh, there's a lady in a wheelchair, and probably not focusing on shooting her. He's gonna haul ass around, and I want to try to spin him toward his friends, so that if they shoot at me, they shoot him. And I'm gonna
Kinda like a
fucking
mook shield.
and I'm gonna fucking eat his neck.
Oh,
Okay.
Am I watching
That's
this? Am I
hot.
seeing this? Is it like?
Wait till I
Plain
roll,
view?
because it could be like I just grab him and then I get shot 10 times in the face and I'm dead. Let's see.
Dude, yeah, you have been getting fucked up by that
Yeah,
Julie.
Oh
might
no, he's
affect
got to look
your-
at his notes. This is
and
not good.
and I'm
Evan.
just
Oh,
thinking,
fuck.
like
I
as
was just trying to look up some information for Jason.
like as the camera, right? I think I want,
not
when
as
I
quick.
spin him around and his friends see me, I want to be really scary, so they're like shit and just shoot, and they'll like I'll get enough that I can continue before it drools out of the bullet wounds. That's my hope.
Okay. Nice. I like it. It's pretty hot. Okay, yeah, that
Like sucking health out of a tea bag.
Ooh, I did find the rules for suppression fire right there, though.
Ooh, nice.
Difficulty.
Too late.
Do you have to actually say that while you're pressing fire?
No. So you rolled
like
a
magic
7,
missile.
right?
I didn't
For
roll anything
suppression
yet.
fire?
Oh wait. Oh shit. Rewind.
Yes, Dan had a.
So
I
so
did,
you'd
yes.
you'd be able to suppress an area at least like hangar doors or like multiple warehouse doors wide, like three lanes of traffic basically.
Holy shit.
Basically you could suppress that entire
So this
area.
hallway is my bitch, is what you're saying.
Yes, hallway is your bitch, yeah, right? Yeah, and so is everybody in it. You know,
This hallway's my bitch.
that's got to be on a
I'm
shirt.
sorry, that's a
gotta go on
contender. This
the
hallway is
quote
my
board.
bitch.
This hallway's my bitch. Nice, I like it. All right,
Oh, fine,
so shut up. But anyway, yeah. So you go down the hallway, basically scoop this guy up, and that just got shot, and basically pick him up and Capri Sun his ass.
Are we seeing this? Did the rest of us see this?
Yeah, you see it.
No,
You
I
see
don't.
it
I
just
can't
like-
see it. I'm.
Yeah, you're
chasing
facing
them
the other direction.
I
but
assume
yeah,
that's what's happening.
She'd be behind me because I kind of run around. She's trying to get past them in the hallway, right? So I like.
No.
Oh,
No,
going
they're
away
behind
from him.
us.
okay. Oh shit! All right, different
That's how I
visual,
got
but
shot in the
okay.
should.
True story.
So Johnny swung around.
It was actually the rear of her shoulder.
Fine.
She was
But
shot in
this
the
is a
back.
good distraction. It works. And I'm like, okay, bye,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry. Tesla, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I let you down.
So so you go up to the end of the hallway, and now you can see them all clearly in the hallway. And two of them are very unhappy that their guns are pointed away from you, even though they're facing you because they're cocked sideways around the corner. So you go up and you basically Capri Sun this dude. Just give me a. Did you give me a roll, like a combat roll or anything?
What is the role that I'm looking for? What's the
What
Hand
is
to
it?
hand.
Hand to hand.
okay?
Yeah.
There's not a lot there.
Is there
Can
a
I use
pre-sun
aberration
roll that you
points?
could-
Can I use aberration? You said some shit about aberration. I don't remember how that works, but
Yeah, I don't remember how many points I told you had, but if you remember, that's cool.
20,000.
That was that many. Nice try though.
tell me, is it 5?
I'm gonna say 8.
Okay, 8, because I'm
8
super.
sounds like a solid number.
All right, I'm gonna. This is important because I need to get the fuck out of this. So just to be clear, I'm trying to turn him around, make a scene, get enough blood that it matters, and I'm gonna fucking shove him into his friends. And then
Okay,
haul
I'm
the
assuming you're shoving him into the other 3 people with rifles.
yes.
That are currently pointing at you.
Yes. Just for toward them, create it. Yes, I'm gonna spend. You said 8. I'm gonna spend 3. And I rolled
So
a
you do
6,
notice. You
9.
do notice as you do this, see around the corner, one guy does have like a riot shield, like a breaching shield.
Well, I won't try to bite him then. That's fine.
No, not that guy, but
Yeah.
that.
No, the other guy.
No, the
One of the
riot shield guy.
others.
I look at him like, bro, thanks for coming prepared. 9. I fucking whatever that means. Is it?
Yeah, that means he's dead is what that means. So yeah, you drain him dry, and actually
Suck meat dry.
Do his feet curl in like the witch from the fucking Wizard?
he screams horribly,
Love it.
and you basically Capri Sun him, and so you just kind of toss his body back into them.
Yeah, and then whole ass.
And they begin to back the fuck up.
Oh, wow.
Because they're not really happy about that.
Yeah.
They were thinking somebody was over here, but they didn't know that it was right there. So the 3 of them begin to back up and using suppressing fire on their own part.
And I'm just
One of
trying-
them actually is successful at laying down suppressing fire, whatever you want to call
Fishy,
it.
sure.
And he gets a bonus
yeah,
because I'm
so-
trying to get the fuck out of there. I don't want to get shot at. Because I'm
Yeah. So
Yeah.
give me let's see what that would be.
it's
I'm gonna
athletics
call
or
that-
is there
see
a
what-
dodge typey thing?
Athletics roll.
Well, I was
Athletics.
gonna
We'll
ask,
call
you
it.
have 8 athletics, or 8. I'm sorry, 8 combat.
What the fuck is that? Where is athletics? Is it? Oh, it's
Because you
down
can do
there.
mook shield, right? Spend 3.
Had he not actually thrown the mook
Oh, you threw the mook.
into them, sure.
I mean, the mook
But
was
yeah,
empty. He was empty. I threw him away.
You threw the mook,
maybe.
man.
No.
Yeah.
What am I
Yeah, I
doing?
don't think he has that
I
much
got a few
combat.
athletics. Oh shit! So that hit the table. It's a 4. I was gonna say I'm gonna spend 3 because I got 4. So that's 7.
Well, that's okay. So unfortunately, you can't spend after you roll.
No,
but,
fine. That's so yeah.
But that's fine. It's a 4, and due to your vampiric speed, you get a +2 to that roll. So you're actually fast enough that you just kind of the bullets are coming at you. You don't do like a Matrix style, but you sidestep that guy shooting at you, and the bullets just kind of Johnny. You see the bullets just kind of ricochet into the wall behind him as he just literally gets out of the way. as
I
it's
think there's a
coming in.
difference between like Neo and the Matrix was all confident, and I'm more like, "Ah!" I've got this look like "Ah!" with teeth sticking out.
Johnny sees you eyeing his juggler. Evan, this You damn junkie, this is no time for a snack. Now get back here.
If we live through this, I'm gonna make Johnny tell me this story when I go to sleep tonight. Tell me again how it happened.
Tell me that one more time. All right. So yeah,
Never be in a
so
small room when Evan's hungry.
Lily and Tesla, you guys are rendezvousing back to the group, I would assume.
It's gonna try.
Okay. Or are you fiddling with the other doors to see if there's anybody?
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I realized that pretty much. Nothing I
You
can
now
do.
hear gunfire.
You
Yeah.
go get the helicopter started. I'm gonna go stop that gunfire.
You
Sounds
thought the vampire
good,
was bad.
I guess. Do I know where the helicopter is, Byron?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you guys walked around and stuff like that while you were here. You know where the exit is and stuff.
I'm just gonna pull a weapon and be like, see you on the other side, fist bump. And
All right, yeah. So Tesla, you run outside, and it seems to be quiet out there. You do see like a black van that is kind of parked by the front doors. You assume, I mean, that's a little ways away from the helicopter and stuff, but on the other side of the parking lot, you see that black van that's parked with the doors hanging open. So you assume that's probably where the breaching party came from. And you climb in the helicopter and you start getting it geared up.
how far away is this van from me?
Maybe 150, 200 feet.
Is there? I don't see a driver in there.
You don't.
All right. I guess I'll just plant some explosives under it.
So this is where Tesla stops starting the helicopter, your escape route, and starts playing with the van that's 200 feet away.
Oh no!
That is so Tesla.
I'm
Just gonna kind of roll some under there.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the. There's probably a startup sequence for helicopters. I'm assuming.
Yeah, they normally involve you actually being in it, doing stuff.
Oh, shit.
They're pretty hands-on things.
Should I stay or should I go?
All right.
Do you want to play with the van, or do you want to try to secure the escape route?
Fine.
I think this is a lot more focus than Tesla actually has. I mean, just saying.
All right, secure the
Your
escape
choice.
route. I'm
All
gonna,
right. It's
I'm
like,
gonna get this motherfucker started.
but it's bothering
ADD
you.
explosives.
You're starting to sweat that you can see that van just sitting there unoccupied.
I mean, maybe once I got it all started up, I'll go run over there real quick.
He's like, what kind of stereo does it have in it? Maybe I could just.
He just pops the stereo out.
Yeah, you're thinking to yourself, man, we haven't had a van like that since we were Goblin Riot.
Oh, Goblin Riot.
Those were the days. It was a
Those were the
simple
days,
time.
right?
I bet
It was a
it's
simple time.
ADD and explosives. Like if only the A team had that. Like that level of. It's awesome.
I'm just
I
gonna
love it.
take off down the hallway,
Okay, yeah.
heading
So
towards them.
you round the hallway, Lily, and as you round the hallway, Dr. Mitchell is barreling forwards with Lucy Blythe in the wheelchair.
Blood
can see-
dripping.
You can see a hole in the wheelchair and blood basically soaked through Dr. Mitchell's clothing, and you can see she's been shot relatively badly in the.
You see the "you good" eye glance
through and through.
Lily.
She's like,
Good.
I'm the doctor.
I can still move my arm. I mean,
Cool.
So through and through. It hurts, but you can move it.
She can still move. She's all right.
got my trauma kit in the backpack.
You don't want to stop to get it out. Yeah, so Lily, you barrel down the hallway. Johnny is standing in the middle of the hallway. Johnny, what are you gonna do?
Evan's
I
starting a
will-
helicopter.
Well, are we
Tesla.
moving fast now, or are we still
Yeah.
suppressing fire?
Tesla.
Whatever you're doing, you tell me. Are you
How fast
continuing
is how
suppressing?
fast is the wheelchair brigade going?
Oh yeah, Dr. Mitchell's on her way out.
Okay,
I'm
they're
an
gone. So we're
athletics
clear.
buddy. I'm going
Yeah, she's got an
fast.
8 in athletics. She can parkour off the walls and shit
All
with
right.
the wheelchair. With the wheelchair.
with the wheelchair. She like
I mean,
runs
probably
that shit
not
up.
with the wheelchair, but
Oh
I
yeah,
thought about
she
grabbing the guy and using
turns it
but I'll
sideways
just-
and runs it right on the wall.
I'll book backwards, occasionally looking back. Evan, drop your snack. Come on, we're out of here. And then we turn the corner. If I hear, if you want me to, or hear someone coming up through the smoke that I know is not Evan, I'll lay suppressing fire. But otherwise, I can't.
There's not really too much smoke. They didn't use any like flashbangs. The one that they threw didn't go off.
Oh, I thought the chai grenade was a smoke grenade.
Mm-mm.
So it's
No,
spicy,
it's just super
but
spicy.
it's clear.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't call it clear, but I mean it's not obscuring vision or anything.
Okay. All right, then I will keep moving unless I send someone following us. And I'll shoot. Suppressing
Yeah,
fire.
no, the chai tea bomb is not near as bad as.
Actually, I mean, the chai bomb smells good to me, doesn't it? Or can I even smell it?
You can smell it, but I mean it's not overpowering to you like it is to Evan.
And Tesla is not here with us yet, right?
No, I
Coachella is
just
not
told
with
you
you.
he's out.
Oh, he's
back
out by the helicopter. I'm
in the
sorry.
helicopter.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just keep
Well,
moving.
you think he's starting the helicopter. You're not
That's
sure.
where he said he was going.
That's what he's supposed to be doing. All right. So yeah, Evan. So you see Lily running towards you, and Johnny is backing up. Dr. Mitchell rounds the corner to down the ramp to the doors to get out of the facility. And the guys are in front of you. There are 5 guys in front of you.
So Lily's
two
on
were
the
2 were
Lily's,
knocked down by the body that you threw. The one guy with the riot shield and the 2 that were firing around the corner are now standing in front of you, probably about 15 feet away.
Lily's on the other side of them, like running up behind them or something.
Lily's coming from the same direction you came from. The same way that Dr.
So
Mitchell
from
and
behind me, essentially, like
The same way
coming-
you guys were going, I'm
Yep.
coming to you from the way you were headed out.
Yes.
I kind of glance over her shoulder, and I smile, and I'm gonna fucking. Okay, so who's in front? Who's in front of the bad guys? The guy with the riot shield in
There's-
front.
On the right side of the hallway that you're looking down, there are 2 guys that are their guns are currently wrapped around the corner. Those are the guys. One's kneeled down and one is standing.
Can I reach him?
And then, yeah, relatively quickly. And then to the left, right about the center of the hallway, is the dude with the riot shield. And then to the right side of the hallway is 2 guys that were knocked down by the body you threw at them.
I'm gonna harness the energy of the stream and pray that I'm not stupid. But I'm gonna So I'm gonna go down. I'm starting to realize that I'm fast. I want to try to grab the barrel of this guy's gun, and I want to try to just like with sort of strength and like sudden movement go and let him shoot his friend.
Okay, so you're grabbing
The guy that's
like,
down low.
below.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The guy,
go down.
the bottom guy's gun. Yeah.
Because then Lily will come in and do really bad things. I'm thinking this is orchestrated. Like in my head, I'm just gonna and see. Oh God, Thorg, pray for me, man.
Yeah, give me a hand-to-hand.
Give me a. You said I had aberration points. How many did I spend before Byron?
Yeah.
I spent 3. No, you didn't let me spend because I rolled before I spent.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that was athletics. That didn't require you to spend aberration points. So you still have 8.
All right, but I think I spent.
But you
did
I'm gonna
can't.
say I
you
think I
did
spent
spend
3,
some
so
to
I got
fight
5 left. I got 5
Yeah,
left.
you
Yeah.
can in fact spend them for that,
I'm gonna spend 3 more.
and you could actually spend yours after the roll.
Jesus, I got a. Okay, so I rolled a 5. I got an 8.
Okay. Yeah, so you run over and you grab him and you basically rip him around and pull the thing as much. And when you pull the gun away and jam it up, his finger pulls the trigger basically because he's got his hand on the trigger because he was firing it. And yeah, he shoots the other guy like right in the armpit. So it goes up underneath his tack vest, and that guy is basically. That guy eats the 2 rounds of a 3-round burst into his armpit. He's very unhappy about that. He drops relatively quickly.
Does he let go of the guy that gets the guy that shoots his friend? Does he let go of the gun?
He's trying to, but you're grabbing it so fast he really can't let go.
He's like
Well-
he has it harnessed to him. It's like an assault.
He's got it strapped to him because he's kneeling down, so he's kind of like going around the corner like this. So he has like the strap over him, so you kind of pull his entire body.
I think that this is where the awkwardness of Evan comes in, because I think it could have been so good, but he's suddenly like, "What the fuck?" Like trying to like rip it out of his hands, but it's attached to him. And then Lily, I have to think, I pray, just like I think he's done. Like, there's no more for me to do here. Like, I'm going to hold that gun so he can't then now shoot me in the face.
Right. That guy drops.
Yeah.
So there's one dude with the riot shield, Lily, as you round the corner or basically get to the end. And he seems to have some sort of gun. You're not really sure what. And he has the riot shield.
So Evan I'm coming from around the corner. Coming this way towards the corner, and he just pulled this guy out of the corner, basically slightly into the hallway. If I'm picturing this right.
They're at the very edge of the hallway. So
right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of like dive over Evan and cut this guy's fucking head off as I go past Evan to deal with the guy with the riot shield. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
That's a lot. I'll give you half of it, but not all of that.
So basically, Evan, he grabs a Capri Sun, and then you cut the top off of it, and
I'm just cutting the top off his Capri Sun.
Okay, that's fine.
All right,
you're gonna get an automatic +1 to hit because Evan's kind of holding him there like a piece of jerky as you swing by.
I'll spend
like a treat for a puppy.
No, the treat comes after this. I'll spend 2 of my weapons of 14. So with the +1. That'll be a 6. Wow.
A sex.
Word. 6.
Well,
Sex.
I mean,
It's
they're
a
German.
know how to use them.
It's a sex because that
It's
guy's
sex.
fucked.
So he would take
After a fashion?
like 9 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you just gut him, like the way Evan holds him up, like his tack vest kind of twists a little bit, and you just slice right into him sideways. Your weapon even cuts into the Kevlar a little bit of what he's wearing.
I think there's this moment where we lock eyes, and it's like there's this moment where probably I don't know what she's thinking, but I'm thinking for the mistress. And it's just like hell yeah, have a sip.
These guys are responsible for that.
I don't know who they are. As far as I know, they're just in the fucking meat section of Winn-Dixie.
So yeah. That's really all I could do. I could attack again, but
yeah, that's fine.
Shield.
So go ahead.
I just kind of want to flick the blood onto his riot shield so he can't really see through it.
I mean, he's not looking through the riot shield. He's more just holding on to it.
Okay.
Then he's not using it as like a shield directly in front of him.
Okay.
He had it out, but he hasn't had a chance to actually respond. But you could definitely flick the blood over him, and it just kind of scoots across his riot shield and across the top of his helmet as you flick the blood.
Creep him out enough to.
Yeah, it definitely creep him out a little bit. Like he manages to hold it together, but barely. So Dr. Mitchell, you are actually Tesla. So you got the sequence is just about ready. You see Dr. Mitchell and Lucy Blythe coming down the ramp, coming out of the back of the facility. And see that unmolested, open, unattended van.
Johnny made that sound so sexy with that new mic. That was so good.
And you hear in the background, you hear music like.
Like Inspector Gadget music.
I was thinking more like Deuce Bigelow, but
oh, my bad.
I just closed my eyes for a moment. I'm like, help the old lady into the chopper. Help the old lady into the chopper. Forget about the van.
The chopper.
Yeah.
It's been 9 days since you blew a van. 9 days.
So
I don't think it's been that long. But
when Terry gets over there, I'll help lift her into the chopper.
Okay, you notice she's shot.
How bad she looks? Is she in shock?
And you realize the wheelchair is not going to go in the chopper because it's well, I guess it was actually. Let's see. Is this what chopper is this? Yes, this is the regular chopper. This is a transport chopper you guys were in before, so it does have enough space for the wheelchair.
All right, we'll put her in there. I'll be like 1, 2, 3. Let's get her in there. It's like Doc strap her in real tight. It's like
so. I'm not really sure that Perry is in any shape to lift a wheelchair.
How bad do you look?
No, I'm moving on adrenaline alone.
We're gonna say you're gonna have to make a stability check with a.
Johnny's there. I can help.
Me?
You're almost there.
Oh, okay.
You stop the suppress.
Yeah, if you wanna, you could roll a stability check and try to push your way through it.
Okay. I have a lot of stability. I'm very stable.
You are, in fact.
I have 12 stabilities.
Yeah,
Holy
You're
shit.
Probably on good.
I can spend stability here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works, honestly. I'm just making
She'll
up.
carry the
Spend
wheelchair over
Sounds
her
great.
head like a waitress tray, just like whatever.
Sounds great. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 2 on my die. I rolled 2, so it's 4.
All right, yeah. So 4 is good enough. So you push through on adrenaline, and Tesla's like, "You got this, Terry," and you're just like, "Jump her."
Parkour.
Using my momentum and my athletics carry at the same time, and my stability, and then all.
He kind of parkours with a foot off the door.
she
Pushes
like
it-
slam
pushes it
dunks
in.
the wheelchair into the helicopter. Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So so you guys lift a wheelchair up into the thing, yeah. So that gets done. And Johnny, you come barreling out the back door of the thing right as Tesla and Dr. Mitchell are forcing the wheelchair into the chopper, and you see this unmolested van approximately 200 feet away.
I just look the van, I look at Tesla, look at the van, look at Tesla. And then I'm sorry.
I didn't put a bomb on it. I didn't get the time.
Johnny nods. And I'll help Lucy. Is Lucy still in the chair, or they listen to the chair?
Yeah.
separate?
Oh yeah. Lucy did the chair. They lift her. Luckily, she's like 81 and she only weighs like 110 miles. So.
All right. So I will take a knee next to the helicopter, and I'll watch the entrance or the exit we came out of. And anybody who besides our team that comes through that doorway, I'll shoot.
Okay. Awesome.
And then I'll just set action.
All right, so back to Lily and Evan, who are in the hallway. Evan, Lily has basically flicked the blood at the guy. She looks like she's going to be aggressive towards the breacher guy. The 2 people on the floor are scrambling to their feet and attempting to get their weapons.
So, okay, so I had the one guy got shot. Lily came around and gutted the guy whose gun I was holding, correct? Was that the right guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he probably
the guy
let
you
it-
shot with, the guy you shot with his friend is on the floor bleeding.
right, and so the guy whose gun I'm holding, he probably let it go because he was gutted, right? Like he's like, oh, my guts or whatever he says. So I think I'm just gonna bring that gun into my hand and just fucking put about however many rounds are left in the clip into the dude who's laying on the ground like, oh, I'm going to shoot you now. I'm going to blow his face off.
So, Evan, what kind of
but-
languages do you speak?
So I speak Arabic. I speak Russian. I speak, well, I mean, English, like
Yeah,
the
of
king's
course.
English, not,
Yeah,
Murica.
that's still
I don't
English,
speak
that's-
Murica. I don't even know what that means.
They're not too separate.
American.
Yeah, and there's others, but I hadn't write them down, so I'm going to leave it. I don't even
Okay,
know.
so I don't know if you remember back to the original like rules and stuff that we made. Probably not, because it's been a long time. But so you are able to leave open slots that you can then at a later time, when you hear a language that you don't speak, you can make that one of the
Shit, I've got
languages
like,
that
so I've got, oh, nice. So I've got like
So-
two open slots.
yeah. So if you want to spend one of those, you will understand what this guy is saying.
Sweet.
If you don't, then
Oh
you
yeah,
won't.
I love language, like
Okay.
Rosetta Stone plus. Let's do it.
Yeah. So you can now write Hebrew
What? Oh no! What have I done?
on
Okay.
your character sheet.
I also speak Hebrew.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so you
Congratulations.
understand. So you don't hear the guy because they're using like those tack mics,
Oh yeah.
but you hear it. Well, actually, you don't hear it, Lily, but Jason hears it because of his supernatural hearing.
Oh yeah.
So you hear the guy like yelling in Hebrew, like abort, abort, abort.
Yeah, you're right. So I.
He's like, yeah, you're right.
All right. So there's this moment. I'm gonna try
Accept and
to.
build. Accept and build.
I'm gonna
you
try
can
to
act
lock eyes with
before,
him. So I think you said his gun was wrapped around him, so I can't actually just rip it off and shoot him in the face or whatever, like I was
Correct.
thinking.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna keep
He
my hand on
could,
it.
couldn't he? He's Evan.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
I
you
don't
could,
think so.
You could spend some aberrance points,
But
to
I don't-
rip
I don't think he
to
knows
just-
that.
You could just like rip the strap off the gun and slide it off him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think he knows. I think he's got the gun. I'm gonna try to. He's saying abort. He's saying abort.
You need to like take the gun and like twist it until it tourniquets at him diagonally in half.
Dr. Mitchell is sick. So okay, so I
That
got
guy's
this guy. I
already
hear him
dead,
saying
so-
abort, abort. I want to try. I'm gonna say to him in Hebrew, one opportunity. Let us go now. Yes or no? And I say it loud as fuck. Yes or no?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Lily, you got one action before he answers because you're faster than him.
Please say yes.
But you understand what Evan says.
I'm running out
So
of
I'll
points.
move to the guy with the riot shield and snatch his pistol.
So he's not holding a pistol. He has some
Okay.
sort of other gun, but you're not sure what it is. But it'd be very difficult to snatch it because he has it like kind of like the riot shield has like a little cutout, and he kind of has it up against it.
Oh shit!
Sweet.
So
Okay, so I know Evan's kind of trying to let them go, so I'll just lay my sword on top of his riot shield, kind of like angled down above it,
Oh shit!
and I'll just stay right there.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I can see you through the shield.
Yeah.
you
and
see
I'll
through
just
the
kind of
shield.
stare
like-
him through the shield.
okay.
Also, Lily's a small girl, right? So maybe you're like standing on top of his gun and on top of the shield. And, like, over the top.
Yeah,
You ain't making it.
it.
I'll spend an
Yeah, you
intimidate.
can. Yeah, you can do an
I've got
intimidate.
an intimidate of 3, so I'll spend a point. And
I'm
that's a
intimidated.
6. So 7.
My question is, if this guy retreats, are you letting him retreat?
Yes, if he backs up, if he tries to do any aggression, I'm gonna stab him in the neck.
He backs up. He just basically he throws the shield down, and just like it drops the gun and just starts backing up.
Lily's
Grab it.
Hello Kitty backpack is very intimidating.
Actually, he doesn't drop the gun, but he does. It looks like some sort of. You're guessing it's probably some sort of grenade launcher.
Nice.
Oh
He's probably
good.
He
the one
has-
launching the patrol.
Oh
think
good.
No, those were thrown.
Take
You would
him
have heard him.
hostage.
You would have heard him go boom. So, hey, you're not here.
I'm here.
All right,
in
so-
spirit.
So he starts backing up. He's moving down the hall backwards as fast as he can. He actually almost turns and fucking makes a run for it.
So in that time, the guy that I'm looking at, what are his facial expressions saying? Or is he's like, yeah, I got it? Is he gonna? His guts are hanging out or something? Like he's.
Oh, that guy's like died. Yeah, that guy, like you obliterated him because he got cut with the knife. So there's 2 other dudes there that are scrambling to their feet trying to run away too.
I look at Lily. What is like my quick impression of Lily in one word, Tyler, so I can react appropriately? Like, what are you thinking? Run or kill him? Like, if I glance, what are you telling me?
Lily
guess-
would generally say kill, but you were trying to talk to him, so I'd look a little more passive. I wouldn't say I look passive.
Fuck.
Are you a man of your word? Because you said you were gonna like one opportunity. They're taking it.
They're running. You wanted to let them go, so I gave you the opportunity to let them go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to run. They're really slipping in the blood a lot, but they're trying.
Yeah. No,
There's
no, the
so
blood's
much-
mostly.
you know what?
The blood's mostly on the other side of it.
Dr. Mitchell was
good.
shot. I don't know how bad it was. We've got to fucking leave. She could be bleeding out right now. Let's go.
Yeah, she's fine.
You guys talk for like 5 minutes. Guys are still slipping in the blood, trying to.
If it's like
I'm gonna grab one of the patchouli grenade that was unused. That was
That's
in the
smart.
before. On our way
Okay,
out.
you grab the unused grenade. So you would know that may not necessarily be a good idea because if it was a dud grenade, it could go off at any time. So you probably
Hey,
are
guys.
smart enough not to pick that grenade up.
Yeah, but it was
You
patchouli.
don't know.
Apparently not.
You don't know what it
but
was. They
isn't
could
Lily
be
really a
anything.
15-year-old girl?
What? No.
Isn't
Lily's
Lily a
not.
15-year-old girl?
No,
I
he
got a
just
fucking
looks
bottle
like
opener.
one.
I'll be back.
Oh, okay. My
She's
No, I'm
just
just
Asian. All right, so Jason said he'll be back, so this is a good opportunity for another quick break. Because I'm old, I have to pee a lot. So
I need that one.
So pee break.
pee break.
Again? All right.
He's
Apparently.
old, man.
Well, I'm back with a bottle opener, so
That's what
It's a
you're
nice
gonna
opener.
yeah. I will This is stressing me the fuck out after the day I've had at work. Like, if there's anything
Yeah,
wrong
I've
with
heard
that-
some things with the EU as well. Like, they changed their laws in July so that any transaction that takes place with a customer in the EU is considered to be a transaction on EU soil instead of the home country. So now anybody who buys from me, I have to follow all
GDPR.
European.
Yeah.
Sorry.
GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation or whatever it's called. Yes, it's fun.
Well, yeah, and also the taxes, right? Everything's like that. So it's like, my God. So for all the history of internet shopping, it's always been like your country where the purchase is made, and so this reverses that, and it basically is like I just open up a store in the European Union.
Yeah. Well, because there you get local data storage as well, so you don't have to deal with, because like there's this thing where like and they do it. It's crazy. You don't think they do, but like these people will hire these. It's like, hey, like LifeLock or something. Sign up for this service. It's $3 a month, and anything you buy, we'll know, and we will contact those people and tell them to delete your data, so that so that like whatever sex toy company you frequent or whatever, like, and so. I don't work for a sex toy company for the stream's purposes.
Work for a sex toy company?
No, not
For the purposes of this conversation, he does
Only
not.
on
No,
Tuesdays.
guys, Jason works at a sex toy company. I just
Yeah,
heard
but
that.
no, but so what? So the thing is, these companies are like, hey, so like delete Jason's data. You're like, dude, it's Tuesday. You really? And they're like, no, really. Delete it. You have to prove for the regulatory bodies that you are able to just be like, where's Jason's data? He doesn't want anybody to know
I have
that
to
he
say,
bought.
we do Shopify, and Shopify made that easy. They have a
yeah.
button in Shopify that lets you it says delete data basically for the customer.
But probably what that does, honestly, Dan, is there's some poor bastard at Shopify that's like, Dan hit the button again. I got to go and find all that data in the store.
It's exactly like that. It's like
That's some real
server
Wild
farm
West
somewhere in,
fucking.
Arkansas.
That's a real like Wild West data guy, data agent.
I gotta go find me some
I gotta go
data.
give her to some bank.
Yeah.
Fucking Dan.
Yeah.
Push
All
the
right.
button.
God damn that
Goddamn
Dan.
So as Lily and
You're just
Evan
gonna go
are
right back
exiting
into it
the
like
building,
that, are you? Like all right.
coming out the back side to the chopper, like get to the chopper. No. Anyway, you do see 3 people exiting the other side of the building, and climbing into the van.
I see.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do because you're
They're
kneeling
not our
down
team
watching.
members, right? So I was holding my
Correct.
action basically to shoot anybody who came out who was not my team member.
Yeah, so it's not coming out the same door, but I mean that you didn't necessarily specify that, so you're
That's
still
fair.
fine.
Fair.
No,
Okay.
no, I mean you're okay because I would assume you were watching both doors because you didn't specify a specific door. So so
Are they
they're
wearing like overalls that I know are like worn by the staff here, or are they?
so with the parking lot lights or the lighting outside, you can actually get a better look at them, and you recognize that like as you start trying to fire them, they're getting in the van relatively quickly. Like they're ready to go. And so the van is armored, as you find out from when you're shooting at it. And you can roll like a suppressing fire, I guess, to prevent them from getting in the van if you want, or if you're just letting them exit via the van, which I'm not sure exactly what you're going for.
Well, okay. When I read them, I mean, I'm not privy to the conversation we just had, but when I read them, are they like in get the fuck out mode, or is it?
Yes, they're in get the fuck out mode.
I'll look at the tires. Are the tires of the van ones I can easily shoot out if I need to in a hurry?
I mean, you were making the assumption the van is probably armored in some way, so you would assume the tires are probably somehow
Like 12-point tires from Car Wars.
yeah, probably. Maybe not that bad, but they definitely do have like run flats on them.
All right, what I will do is I will hold my fire, but I will aim for the passenger front side tire, and I'm going to put a full magazine into it if I see them moving towards us, like to ram. If I see them moving away, I'll let them move away.
Yeah, no, they're moving out. They're getting out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just like, take him out, Johnny.
You say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he knows. Are you kidding me?
It's like this fuckers took over this installation or attacked this installation. Who knows?
If I take out the tire, Tesla, they're likely to take evasive action, and fire on us. And this helicopter it's not combat ready. So if they're willing to leave without firing, then we can escape as well.
Yeah, I guess fine.
So they jump in the van and they peel out. The doors in the back aren't even shut. They're just kind of like slamming around as they're driving off down the road. And you guys are there. The chopper's primed to go, and you're whatever you want to do. Leave, stay. The bad guys have left.
Well, as far as we know.
I mean,
more bad guys.
you knew how many there were, and Johnny doesn't know how many there are left, but Evan does, and so I mean, Evan sees 3 of them getting in the van.
We can
Was that the
follow,
entire team?
We can follow. Well,
That's all
yes,
that's left.
we can follow them in the chopper. You know, we're on the offensive for a change, Johnny.
Agreed.
I think that's a great idea.
I didn't think about
Well,
that. That's pretty balls.
Yeah.
Well, it's no
That's
problem
pretty
to track the
balls,
van because
dude.
Tesla, of course, put a tracker on the van, right, Tesla?
He didn't. He would have had
Preparedness,
time.
preparedness.
Not have the time for anything like that.
I just look at you for a long second. I'm sorry. All right, yes, I think it's a good idea. Let's get in the helicopter. We'll
There's like the
follow
camera
I mean,
zoom in between.
I did
Johnny and
repeatedly
Tesla.
mention the fact that there was an unmolested open van.
Yeah.
All right, I'm like, what about Lucy? She's injured.
Lucy's
Lucy,
Dr.
Lucy's
Dr. Mitchell is.
Oh, I thought it was Lucy.
That bitch is
No.
fine. It's me who got shot.
Oh, yeah.
No, it went through Dr. Mitchell's inner back outer shoulder blade, and
Dr. Mitchell, are you treating your wound? Are you basically putting foam on it or something? to seal
Oh
it up?
yeah, I pulled out my trauma kit and I've been packing it.
You want me to medic it?
yeah, because
you
it's
back
it's a
yourself.
through and through, so it's on both sides.
He's bleeding.
I'll help you out.
I
I
think
have a
you-
little bit of medic.
Lily and Dr. Mitchell will take care of the wound. The rest of us will ride in there.
Spend
Tesla, if you want to
No,
surveil the
I'm
van
like,
from a distance.
so you want to follow? You want to follow these assholes? Then all right, here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna.
I was like, damn, I didn't write this part of the module.
I rolled a 3, so I got a 5 to help patch up Dr.
Written? What kind of written do you think? Haven't you played in a rogue game before? Written.
No, I
What
Played
is this
too many
writing of
games.
which you speak?
These are my notes for the last 3 episodes.
my God, the research.
He's like vampires, death, 2 liter.
I'm not.
Vampires.
Parentheses
Death
question
covered.
mark?
Julie.
I literally wish that I could make that shit up, but that is seriously my
Yeah.
notes for the last 3 episodes.
That's why we are kindred spirits, man. Like that's awesome.
And there are actually some things on there that you haven't done yet.
Oh shit! Yeah, I put that back up to the camera, Byron. Let's see.
Yeah. Can you zoom in on that?
Nope, I didn't zoom on it that good.
Hey, somebody pause and go look at that. Tell
Yeah,
us what it
seriously, Thorg, you're on it. Pause the stream.
Yeah.
Zoom in. Screenshot.
says.
Translate because it's in Byronese
Miss
handwriting.
Thord, your mission, should you choose to accept it.
Nice try.
We got to get Thorg into one of the games. We got to do this.
We could. You know, we might need a. Well,
We need to
depending on
let-
what
we
Nedley
need to-
does,
we
could,
need to-
we
we
could
need
need a 5th for that Pendragon game.
Why? Oh,
I mean, if Nedley's not
all
there,
right,
I don't know.
got it.
He doesn't seem very sure what's going on.
He's uncertain at the moment.
Dude, that's Steve. Steve's my hero. Bless you. Stop the COVID. I had it. It
Yeah.
sucks.
I'm not
I
saying anything.
also had
Leslie.
it, and I really
You've had it
felt
like
bad,
7
but
times. You're
that
just like, fuck it. You're like Nurgle. You're just like, I don't even care.
All right, so yeah, so the
Impervious.
what are you doing? You following the
Yeah, we are.
I don't know. Ask Tesla. Ask Tesla because he's flying. But there's the.
Follow him.
I mean, treating.
You do know there are better medical facilities than the back of a helicopter inside the building.
Oh, pshaw.
He'll
No,
be all right.
there's no better facility.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think we should follow him.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's
Like Evan
some of
said,
them-
we're finally on the offensive. We know as much, basically as much as we can.
There's some of
Yeah,
them left
might as
alive.
well get as much intel as we possibly can. Let's follow them. You can't really hide that we're following, but why not?
I mean, you can hide it, we're fine.
Fly
So-
stealthily.
So
I
they
go-
go
no,
probably
I
like
go-
several
Oh,
miles.
hold on.
several-
I have a question.
No.
Does Evan have any response to my bleeding right in front of him?
Oh.
Concern. Yes, concern. No, like that would be it would be clear that he's watching. Like,
What is your vampiric response to her bleeding
No,
out?
he's-
concern.
yeah, concern. Sorry,
Concern.
sorry.
Like you ever see a kid that spilled his milk?
Oh, he's
He's
good.
like, oh, I don't get any more chocolate milk.
No, he's there's clearly a separation of church and state there for now. He's more.
This is my way of. I mean, the first thing that's on Terry's mind continually regarding Evan is where he stands on that vampire human line and which side of it he's on. And
I'm still figuring it out myself. Don't worry.
he's clearly edging closer to the vampire side, but I don't fully understand how this works, period. And so such an opportunity is very telling as to where you are in this process.
I think he would be sitting, now that shit's calm-ish, he'd be sitting there more than
He's
anything.
also not hangry since you.
Yeah,
your son's the
exactly.
one-
He had his crystals or whatever he just ate, but no, he'd be sitting nearby, sort of. He doesn't have medical skills, so he would just be watching and observing, and like that like a person in a hospital visiting a loved one is the vibe you would get.
Yeah, so
He's waiting for you to toss that towel and gauze away.
Dude, it's
Evan,
like that.
we all look like Capri Suns, but we look like blue flavor. He doesn't like blue, so
No,
we'll see.
his body language
Blue
is
are the
that of your
best.
kids when you're cooking dinner and they're just waiting. They're like,
All right.
No.
So you guys shut the door. You're doing some trauma with Dr. Mitchell, and Tesla begins to follow the van. Give me some. I mean, it's pretty impossible for them to figure out that you're necessarily following them. They're not watching for you or anything like that. They're doing their best to escape. However, they do, after several miles of driving through the streets of Odessa, and you're just kind of like, blue thunder rolling through the airspace of Odessa, and you they go into a underground parking garage.
But Tesla followed.
Where obviously the helicopter cannot go.
exactly that.
All right, I'm gonna
It's
turn
about
the
like a
helicopter
3-story
onto
building.
its side.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna turn the helicopter onto its side.
And then you all die because you're not gonna fly down.
I'm gonna Tokyo
Do we get
drift
any-
that motherfucker in there.
I'm sorry, Maverick. That pattern has been flown.
Were there any identifying markings on the van that we could make out while we were following it, a license plate or anything?
It's an all black van with tinted fucking.
You know
black
what?
windows.
You know what? You probably could have done something like that. And Johnny's the type of person that would be all in on researching it and stuff like that. Give me a electronic surveillance. And honestly, Tesla could make one too. Lily was helping Dr. Mitchell, and Evan was just like kind of standing there. But
Would this be regular surveillance or electronic
Stand there.
surveillance?
Do something.
It'd be regular, right?
It could be regular surveillance. Is there a
Right.
regular surveillance?
I would think so, yeah. So, did you want Johnny to do it because you had the skill, or?
Johnny wasn't occupied doing something else.
Sure, no, I wasn't. So I'm basically, I guess, riding shotgun.
Yeah,
Dr.
so you
Bill-
can make a regular surveillance.
All right, and I'll spend a point.
Okay.
Roll 3 plus 1 is 4.
So you do actually get the license plate and stuff off of the van.
All right, I read it off
Nice.
to Evan. To trace.
Evan's like, what does that have to do with my snack? No, Evan definitely has the skill to do it. You have your laptop.
Reading it off with binoculars. I
Yeah,
guess there's
so I-
binoculars
I,
in the helicopter, probably.
I guess it's
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Field glasses at the very least.
I think as Johnny's sort of like, all right, calling stuff out. He's
Alpha
like, oh,
Tango
shit.
87145.
Roger that, Johnny. What do I find out? Oh, this one likes porno.
So
yeah.
at first, you run into basically some problems. Like you can't. It's definitely not just a standard van. So that looks to be some sort of like not necessarily manufactured license plate, but it doesn't necessarily go to the individual vehicle that it is.
This is a cover, Johnny.
Those criminals, they switched the plates.
But
and you let them live? No, sorry.
so you could backtrack it, but that's going to actually require some sort of like traffic analysis to crunch all of the data and stuff to get to break
The
through.
numbers,
What the
Mason.
hell did my...
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right, I don't have it. I guess
No,
Evan
I
has
got
traffic
it.
analysis.
I got you. I
and
got this.
and it's going to require a successful cryptography roll or data retrieval.
I got both.
Pain in the ass.
Which would you, data recovery? All right. So which would you prefer first? The
So first it's going to be the traffic analysis to
traffic analysis.
mire through the,
So, wait a minute.
because it seems to be like jumping around a lot. Like you're literally having to chew through some pretty standardized things.
Why
Is
don't I
Johnny
see
kind of
that?
watching what Evan's doing?
Yeah, I'm actually, as Evan does the traffic analysis, there's
there
obviously
it
a
is.
traffic
Fine.
analysis montage going on. So Johnny
Yeah.
will listen to the music as it's playing for just go on.
Or-
Your head, Bob.
Montage.
I'm gonna spend 3. I've got I've got 3. I'm gonna spend 2, just so I have a little one lucky one. So I'm gonna roll a 4 for 2 6 on traffic analysis.
Nice.
So you're going through it. Johnny, give me a
Do this.
I don't know, some sort of I'm gonna say tradecraft roll.
All right, I will spend 2. All right, and I'll roll. I roll 3s plus 2 is 5.
All right, so you're kind of watching over Evan's shoulder a little bit, or trying to see what he's doing as he's typing stuff in. He's showing you that he's running through all these like backwards channels and all this stuff or whatever. And you realize a telltale sign of the way that they have hidden the documentation of this van. And it occurs to you, these guys were a Mossad strike team.
Oh, I guess we're all wearing headphones because we're in the helicopter really loud.
Yeah.
Evan, it must be, that's a Mossad set of numbers. I'm looking over your shoulder. I point your screen. Oh, right there. See? Did you hear anything they said?
I sort of, there's this moment where he kind of, I think he's sort of high, now that things are calming down, he's a little kind of high on the blood. That he, you look like you're taking a hearing test. With the what? No, Mossad.
Evan,
Oh, shit.
I thought we talked about this sort of behavior.
We talked about a lot of things. I'm supposed to make a cryptography roll to get more? Or are we done?
Yeah, because you can find out where these guys are assigned.
I got 1 in cryptography. Everybody pray. I'm going to roll on my phone so everybody can see it just in case. So there's no chance of Byron being like,
You're just cheating.
yeah. I'm going to roll a D20. Can I roll a D20 for this roll? All right. So I'm going to spend 1 point.
Still only get between 1 and 6. But.
All right. I got a 2. Sorry.
All right. So
Can I spend a force point? Is that a thing?
no, aberrance doesn't work for this,
Fate
unfortunately.
point?
So it's going to require some more data crunching.
The algorithm that they're using is impressive. I'm sorry.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You could make a further tradecraft roll to kind of help him, or if you have traffic analysis, you can help him sort it out.
I
too.
sort of
Either
I
point.
way.
don't have traffic
Like
analysis, but I
this.
do have more tradecraft. I'll spend 2 more
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of get a little bit of an idea, like the back door and stuff like that of the thing. So unfortunately, this is going to take some time. So what are you doing with the chopper in the meantime? Because you're still not just right outside the thing.
Is this a parking garage underground or?
Yeah, they went into so there's a parking garage underneath the building. Basically, they went into the parking garage.
Is there any building around with a helicopter pad?
No, there's
Is it-
definitely buildings around. They
Is
don't
it
have
daytime or
helicopter pads.
nighttime?
It's nighttime.
Oh. Well, maybe we need Evan with his eagle eyes to scout around the building to see if anyone's leaving. Is it like it's like an office building basically?
It's a building in downtown Odessa. It has like you would say an office building.
So it's probably since nighttime it's probably very quiet. So if anybody leaves the building, would we have a good chance of spotting them?
Possibly, depending on what side they leave it on. You're kind of like it's
tradecraft
attached to other buildings, so like trying to get a vantage point, on it from the air.
Yeah, I
is
just meant, well, okay,
possible, but not that great. Like you don't have any lights or anything.
Do I think they just went here to drop off the van and like ditch their overalls and like leave, just like burn the location?
It's hard to tell, but that would definitely be something they could be doing unless they were staying here.
Okay, so there's no role I can make to like get an idea.
I mean, that's a typical Mossad tactic or just tradecraft tactic in general. So,
okay,
like I won't even make you roll for that.
There's no place we could land around here, is there?
You could land on top of one of the buildings. It's just going to require a difficult roll for Tesla to avoid like power cables or like the antenna of a building or something like that.
Dr. Mitchell,
I'll do it.
How are you? Are you
Do it.
if we continue, are you able to maintain?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Do I need to roll for my own self-medic?
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's
I
going to
have
be
a 10. I should be able to.
Yeah, I would say you'd be able to handle it. I don't even think you
Yeah,
need to roll that.
I should have a chariot medic. So.
Yeah.
I got a 5. to help
Okay.
out.
You fix your shoulder and you remove your appendix at the same time.
Started antibiotics.
Well, I guess this is a question. We could put the chopper down here and try and go into the building and see if we can find them, or see where they went, or we could call it back to base.
I mean, Lucy's in the chopper with you, obviously.
Oh yeah,
and you guys are probably talking, loud enough that she can overhear everything that's being said.
Are we all wearing like these with microphones?
I mean, you don't have to. It's not that loud of a chopper. It's not like an open like Huey or anything. It's not a military grade chopper. It's more of a. I mean, it is and it isn't, but it's more of a transport helicopter or cargo, or what I'm trying to say, like commercial.
Yeah, like one of those executive.
Not necessarily.
dailies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could talk inside them. That's not a problem. Yeah. As you guys are talking and stuff, you mentioned Mossad. And Lucy said, she says, they are Lilith's people.
I look at Evan. Like Evan's Lilith?
We're all looking at Evan.
No, Evan. I thought Evan was.
That was Elizabeth.
I think there's a movie like if
two different entities.
If Johnny has an old man moment, I think he does, and Evan snaps and just like, what the fuck did you just say? And then you correct him, and he's
they
like,
work for the bride of Dracula.
The Mossad.
Yes. They have a site in Israel.
it doesn't happen to be a weird crypt with some strange flowers and stuff, does it?
Well, I'm not aware of any flowers, but they hunt for the body of the actual Lilith.
They
He is believed to be buried somewhere in the Judean desert.
Do you have any idea why they would be attacking the base?
I am not sure. Perhaps at Dracula's direction
To retrieve his man?
to do something.
Perhaps he feels threatened.
I believe that the Hound said that Costa was a Linnea Dracul. He could technically be descended through Lilith.
Tesla Lily, is he still intact?
No.
Yeah, it's like we were real fucking thorough with him.
It's like a fingernail.
I just
You heard the explosion and the smoke coming out of the top of the building. Okay. You're assuming those. Probably.
It's like they might have been after someone other than him, though. I mean, we didn't get to be as thorough as we would have liked. It's like, who knows? Maybe they weren't even trying to actually rescue him. Could have been one of the other
still
ones.
go back. Like, we know where they're at, and we know where one of their bases are. We could go back and pay somebody to mop that up.
So is there any
pretty
chance
messy.
that there's a tunnel leading out of the parking
Not
garage?
a terrible idea.
We could follow them down in there, or
Well, this might be the break we've been looking for. I mean, if we can find their base and maybe trace them back to Lilith, that might be our route to the big man. Perhaps this is just the thing we've been looking for this whole time. Evan, can you quickly, I'll give you the address of the building. Are there any odd activities, any odd data exchanges out of this building? I'm trying to figure out if it's just a way station where they're going to dump their van or if it's actually something more.
give me a minute. I just Byron, I'll try to sort out based on the address that he gives me the ownership, because that'll start the process. It's a parking garage, so it's not like it's gonna are there internet accounts associated with that address, anything like that? And then
There are, but nothing that looks suspicious. It just looks like a normal building. It just
Don't
looks
be
like something maybe
suspicious.
they're using as a dump site
maybe
because
there's
it's
something-
not frequented.
Is there
not
something
because-
about physical evidence in the van? Did were any of them injured at all? Perhaps in the exchange. Should we
Perhaps.
should we search the van? They were in a hurry.
Fair enough if you think it's worthwhile. I mean,
don't know.
Lucy,
I don't know.
also,
Johnny,
is
I
there
defer
a
to you.
secondary site here now that the base has been compromised?
No.
Interesting.
I don't
He
think they're
says-
going to come back anytime soon.
I don't think so either.
If it's worth a search, Tesla, put it down and let's have a look in the van, see if we can find anything else.
Let's give it a go. All right, I'm gonna land it.
Okay. Give it a.
It's like, do you want me to keep it hot or just come in with you?
Well, someone probably should stay with Lucy, and probably keeping the helicopter hot is a good idea.
And Dr.
All right,
Mitchell.
I'm fine with that.
How does Dr. Mitchell look? Is she stable? Is she? I mean, obviously she's been shot.
Yeah,
through the
she's
shoulder,
an
but-
expert medic, so
Yeah.
it was a through and through, so the bullet's not lodged or anything.
Didn't hit my lung or anything, so I gave myself a local to help with the pain temporarily.
All right. So the rest of us, the four of us, should go. So how far away is the building from the helicopter landing site?
I mean, you land in an opposite building, so you kind of have to go down through this building, basically out on the street and into the building across from it.
All right. Try and conceal our weapons, and then awkwardly wait at the elevator while our guns hang down.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
there's this
The
moment where
elevator music.
there's like elevator music, and we're just looking at each other like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys basically get to the bottom of the thing. As you guys are walking out of the elevator, the front of the building is like all glass, and you do see a black Mercedes kind of pulls up out of the parking garage and turns and goes down the street.
I get. Can we get a license plate?
No, because the binoculars and stuff are in the van. Can't
I
get at it.
relay that to
How
Tesla.
far is the vehicle away from the front of the building?
It's probably 150, 200 feet by the time you go through the building and across the street.
So for 2 points, you can take a long range shot.
Mm.
But I don't know if we'll do
We
that.
have the glass building front in between us.
You have the glass building front. That would just increase the difficulty, but you could still
that would
possibly
be
make
so
it.
epic.
I look at Lily.
Yeah, and I'm gonna assume you're gonna use a pistol because like the MP5 probably just doesn't have that kind of accuracy.
I'm gonna spend my MOS preparedness to have a short-barreled rifle, so that I can
Okay.
take a little bit of a longer shot
Like
than
a-
an
like a-
SMG and a pistol.
Like an SBR carbine.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
This game system is meant to just like ruin
Yeah,
GMs.
it
It's
is.
meant to
All this,
ruin GMs.
gun knowledge.
That's great. I love it.
So I've got a shooting of 14. I spent 2. I'm gonna spend like 5
Evan's
points.
like, what?
What? I got a shooting of 1.
Uh,
You thought Lily was just
And
a
then
sword
shooting rubber
master.
bands.
Yeah, you thought I was just a sword master.
Like-
No, I have swords, hand to hand, and shooting.
We've been playing for like a year and a half, and like nobody realized that Lily has a 14 in shooting.
I'm just gonna drop 6 points.
She's our fighter. Come on,
And
tank
I got
girl.
6, so at 12. To just take out, and I'll
It's some
use my
poor
extra
lady
attacks
with a nice
to
car
just
going to
take
the
out
fucking grocery
driver.
store. She's got to
Whoever's
buy
driving
gas.
the car, just go, go, go.
There's this
I don't know
pillar.
to Evan.
Hold
You
on.
see, that's how it's done.
So, well, I mean, Dan, were you still trying to take the shot, or you just let Lily step in front and take the glory?
I'm laying. I looked at Lily. I was like, Lily, you're
Okay.
the one to take the shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Johnny's
Lily,
got 4 in shooting, but that's not that great.
Lily just kind of kneels down in this pose and puts her arm like right on her knee. And
I'm
just,
probably
like, points
behind
it at the
everybody. Like I don't even like keep walking. I just stop.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, and you're just like, it just like right through the glass. Glass shatters, and you see like the window of the Mercedes just kind of like cracks, and then it kind of drives up the street a little bit,
All right.
and
then
you can't really see it from there.
Johnny,
We'll move to the car.
two things.
As you move out the door, it just kind of goes and kind of pulls into the, like a bunch of parked cars. And you're just like,
Johnny? Two things. This is we should add an HOA consideration clause, which we've and I bet you money. I'm going to bet you lunch. That was an old woman heading to the drugstore to buy batteries for her vibrator. The way our luck is, that's what we're going to find.
And you know, Evan, I would take that bet if I ate the same sort of liquid protein diet that you do.
No, stop it. God, I still love Chick-fil-A.
Love Chick-fil-A.
There's nothing politics.
8 chicken sandwiches.
But
Okay.
have
I
you ever
just-
had kimchi?
Yeah.
Speaking of Chick-fil-A.
Like, have you ever had like,
Personally, no.
Chick-fil-A nuggets
It's
with
pretty
O
good.
positive sauce? Like,
Personally, it's pretty good.
Ooh.
they're delicious.
You like sauerkraut, Tara?
Mm.
No.
Oh, sauerkraut.
No, nobody liked that German guy.
It didn't really take long to start crossing lines left and right, though.
I know, right? Nobody
No.
liked Heinrich. Nobody liked him. Siegfried.
Lily's always been prepared to cross that line, Tesla.
All right.
So
Yeah.
we'll
So
approach, defensively and
okay. So there was only one dude in the car,
Is it-
and he has the side of his face is blown off.
All right.
Like
search
it's
for-
like not the side of his face, but because it's a pretty accurate shot. So it's like right in his temple. It basically shot him right in the temple.
What?
I
right.
give Lily a high five with my good hand.
Cell phone hack time. Like phone calls he recently made. Probably
Okay.
he made some. I bet. Like sort that out. Like try to.
He did. It's an international number.
I'm using my phone to get a picture of the VIN from the.
And I turn to Lily and I say, "Hey, Lily, do you have the fingerprint kit?" You always have everything, Lily.
Well, she already
Yeah.
used that in preparedness. so-
No,
Yes.
but I have.
It's
I
shot.
also have an 8 in preparedness.
That is
so
true.
I will spend some of those points.
She's getting down into the point where she's just like, all I have is Band-Aids and thread. I don't even. I'm sorry.
And they're Hello Kitty.
Bubble gum.
Band-Aids.
They're Hello
Yeah.
Kitty
Bubble gum.
Band-Aids.
The Hello Kitty Band-Aid.
Hello Kitty Band-Aids. Oh yeah.
I'll spend 3 points for my preparedness. With a 5, that'll be an 8. Oh yeah, here's the fingerprint kit.
All right, we'll take the fingerprints as well. I'll give them to Evan to scan. And,
Lily's walking
Preparedness
around. Lily's walking around on a daily basis in like this tight silk dress, but just has like fingerprint kits and SBRs.
well,
up
with that
underneath
roll,
her.
though, she
that's
should
the
have.
best
the-
part of about
Yeah,
this
put it
system.
inside
It
of her
doesn't
mouth.
have to make fucking sense.
I know. That's fine.
No,
I
she's
mean,
like-
it makes sense. Have you ever watched like Jason Bourne? That motherfucker has everything. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
Or
with
it's
that
laying
roll,
right
though,
there.
With that
Lily
roll,
is
is clearly a precog. She just knows in advance everything we're going to need that day. I don't know how she
Yeah.
does it.
with that roll though, she's like, she doesn't have a fingerprint kit. She has like, no, I've got their fingers right here somehow. I don't even know. Like they're, and like,
Their actual fingers.
yeah.
You
So
have that app on your phone, remember? We did that once.
what's the deal with the
Yeah.
car? Is there any Just trying to think. This is 2010, tech
Yeah,
wise.
I took the picture of the VIN and gave it to. I'm assuming Evan's going to run that, or I could send it back up to Tesla, who's
Does
up in the.
Does it have like a
Okay.
garage opener?
No,
Yeah,
those are actually programmed in by Bluetooth even
Yeah,
back
we'll,
then.
we'll also look at the ID. Anything else we can
Well,
find?
they're not.
What about the
Okay.
dead dude? Other
The
than
Mercedes. It's a Mercedes. You drive a Mercedes? No. Okay, shut up.
In 2010, they would have had garage door openers.
And not these guys. They have it programmed in. They're high end. These guys might have drones.
dead guy, tattoos, ID.
What does he look like?
Filling.
He does have tattoos. He does have tattoos.
Yeah.
He has a black dagger in a very like Kabbalistic style design.
He has Kabbalistic tattoos,
Mhm.
and he's a Jew. You know, Jews don't do that, right? Like they can be buried in a Jewish graveyard if they have tattoos.
Well,
Okay.
This one.
There is a
Well, now you tell him.
yeah. Now
It's a
you
little late.
Sorry, I have
Now.
to here.
Way to fucking ruin everything, Dan.
It's one of those instant tattoos, so it just peels off.
Okay.
It's
I
still-
whip up.
She can still get buried.
Look,
He pretends to his employer
But I
like
mean,
he
the
got
thing is that-
tatted, but every
Yeah.
night he redoes
A
it.
proper Jew
Yeah,
is
that's
probably
his,
not.
it's
hanging
it's
out
really
with
key to
vampires.
his it's really key to his his religion is that he works for Lilith, so
maybe he
it's-
never
Yeah.
plans to die.
yeah,
In which
but-
case, he can have all the tattoos he wants.
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
So
You can get them
He's a
laser
double
removed.
agent.
no, but so I'm trying to think. I don't imagine I would have brought my full camera gear, but I think I've got to have because everyone's he's a nerd that way. So he's at least got a little camera. I got a point in preparedness, but he's going to take pictures of the tattoos. ID, phone, take them with us.
Basically, you're gonna figure everything out about this guy.
Yeah.
And we searched the car and his suit and everything, right? So
There were shit, Johnny. There were others. There was one. There were two others. Are they?
that's where we're going next.
Oh,
That's why I was looking for a garage opener.
to their house.
Well, actually, that's not true, Dan. The Torah does forbid tattoos. However, they can still be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
Dan.
Talk to my relatives because they're.
I won't.
You're coming to Florida.
They're just.
Oh,
We're getting
Google
you tatted
says
up.
you're wrong.
You're
Google
coming.
says
I must be wrong.
You're probably right. I don't know. I'm just looking some shit up. trying to redeem my stupidity here. 'Cause I'm
No,
making-
dude, it's good. He never planned to die. He's gonna live forever.
Never planned to die, right? He's hoping. I mean, he didn't plan to die, but now
Hey,
he's.
he didn't plan to get
fucked.
shot from fucking 200 feet away with a fucking short barrel rifle through a fucking 3 glass window.
That's true. He did.
No,
you
that
know,
was probably not on
he
his
did
docket.
severely see that coming. Not see that coming. All right. Yeah. So you guys get all the information from the car and stuff like that.
Was
So
there anything else
actually
in the
behind
trunk?
the-
Anything interesting in the trunk, or was it just like nice car trunk?
So you do.
Is there a body in there?
No.
Oh.
There is, however, a black leather duffel bag
Oh.
that has a variety of vampire hunting instruments
Oh
Nick?
no!
in it. And you find a copy of a book called the Zohar.
Nobody's opening that shit because if we have a flashback sequence, it's just going to go on for like another 30 episodes.
It's a basically a Hebrew book that is like was used actually for the foundation of Jewish mysticism and Kabbalistic practice. It was written by Moses de Leon,
13th century.
who and he was also quoted in there Rabbi Shimon Bar Yoki, who was a Roman Palestine in the 2nd century, known as Rashibi, and he actually has some notations and stuff in that book also. So
Is this like a version of the dossier that we have?
it's not a version of the dossier, but it definitely has some. It alludes to some connection between vampires and that particular site.
So they serve Lilith, but they carry duffel bags of vampire hunting things. It occurs to me, and I look at Johnny almost with an apologetic, like, we've gotten ourselves caught up in a vampire feud, haven't we?
Possibly.
We're not going to kill
You're
all the
only now
vampires.
realizing that?
I've got a lot on my mind, Dr. Mitchell.
Johnny has art history,
Oh, Jesus Christ, Evan!
human train and languages. I'll look at the book Is it an original from Al Andalus, like Moorish Spain?
Yes. It's an original
like
copy.
800 years old.
I love that Dan knows this. Like that's
I know,
legit.
right? Like I have no fucking
That's-
idea. I'm just gonna be
I
like,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
that's
fucking
it.
love it.
Yeah, whatever you say. He could say anything he wants right now, and I'm just like,
Go to
I
the-
would have no.
If you
idea.
go to the game steward
it-
right now, ladies and gentlemen, you will also know these things. You just have to buy at least $1,000 worth of merchandise from.
That's
and
right.
Put in the gift code of Myth Brigade. It won't get you a discount, but that gets you the magical knowledge.
Yeah, Dan will handwrite you a card with at least one piece of knowledge that no one knows other than him.
For a small
It'd be
fee of
like
$19.99.
a card that says
Small fee
it'll
of
be like,
$19.99.
I farted. Here you go. No one knew that.
Nobody knows. I
Promo-
shit my pants.
Promo code Johnny's watching.
There you go.
Johnny's got a little business on the side where he.
Dude, you should do a
sends people-
discount
they
code
request their
for
fortune.
these people.
Tells their
It's called
fortune.
Walcott's Whatnots.
You found me. I'm an art smuggler. Tesla, can you scan this to see if there's any tracing devices on, particularly on the book, with the other things in the bag?
In the helicopter.
Tesla's in the helicopter, man.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
it's not- yeah.
When you bring it back.
But he could,
Alright.
like, you know, at some
Alright.
facility. Let's see
So
if
shall we
they're-
grab the
Bring it
stuff?
back. I'm sure there's no tracking chip in it or anything.
pocketbook
Bring it with
scan?
us.
I mean,
Johnny will put the book in his own bag, if that's all right. And then let's go back to the parking garage and find out the other stuff.
Is
that-
there
Yeah.
anything else in the car?
Search a van for sure.
very little in the car. So I mean, you go into the parking garage and you do come across the van. It's mostly clean, like they've cleaned it out, made sure it's all wiped down, stuff like that. It's just kind of parked nicely, and you can see some tire marks where somebody like left in a hurry.
Only one though, right?
Yeah,
Where the fuck are the other two? Right, there were
yeah,
three.
exactly. Listen at the actually, Evan. I look at it. Evan, do you want to give it a listen?
What? Oh, right. Yeah.
Do you hear any sphincters tightening?
I hear some sphincters.
Like he tries.
Is there a sphincter roll? Like a
Sphincter sense roll?
like whatever.
Sphincter says what? I'm sorry.
no, you don't hear like two guys' heartbeats from behind one of the cars or anything like that.
Was there a smell? Anything that would tell me that when this van pulled up, there were three people in it, or did they just like later? And
Sure, you'd be able to make out that there are at least 3 cents here. You already sensed the guys back like directly. Well, you know what? Because you were overwhelmed by the scent bomb.
Mm.
You could-
we got
You
We
could
got
still
closer.
figure out that there are 3 distinct.
but I don't know who they are, right? I don't know that it was them, but it's okay.
Yeah, you're not sure if it was the same guys, but I mean, obviously, this is the van from there and
All right.
all that.
Would
heavy
you
stuff.
know the guy we picked? The guy that Lily killed? Was that one of the smells? Would you know that?
He would have been able to. Yeah, you could tell that.
Okay, well that's good. Is there something in this game for tracking? Like, forgive me, is there a particular skill like to track
Tracking.
tracking like people who left the van on foot?
Killed ourselves, you know, right, guys?
Pardon?
This is. I think this group is just us, just the other side.
Yeah, that could be interesting,
You're
right?
probably right.
Oh, well, if I suppose if they're really working for Lilith, though, they might be trying to take out. They might have brought the tools to kill vampires in order to take out the spawn that got captured instead of freeing him. I don't know exactly how the vampires treat their own kind. I mean, in general, I try to like not say it so loud in front of Evan. They seem like a relatively vicious race. They might eat their own. So just because they're carrying anti-vampire equipment doesn't mean they aren't working for vampires.
I mean,
Well, we're working for vampires, so
I blink and look at Dr. Mitchell like, what do you mean? I'm just kidding. Yes, you're right. That's true. We work with vampires, not for vampires. Well, not all of us anyway. Sorry, Evan.
So also, you guys would know this from studying the dossier and stuff like that, is that there was some sort of thing preventing Dracula from moving against Lucy Westerner. And one of the tactics that he used to get to her in the asylum or in the medical facility that she was in when she was hiding there with Renfield was basically to have someone open it. He dominated someone else to open the door.
Did he dominate Renfield to open the door? Okay.
He dominated Renfield to open the window.
So there's a history of using normals to. But
Correct.
that was more like you can't enter a dwelling, right? Is there something special about Lucy in general, or is just the building invitation thing?
You're not sure, but you could definitely, think about that fact. You know what I mean? Well, you remember the brooch that he gave Lucy was, the Hound had taken that, or Lucy had taken that. So, and that was the brooch that I believe when Lily originally picked it up, she got some sort of vision back on the oil rig.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was very minimal because you guys didn't have much experience then. So
Where did Lucy get the brooch? She got it from.
Lucy Westerner was supposedly given the brooch by Dracula.
The reason I took the art history, you remember, one of how I got into this, Johnny got into this, was he had seen immortals through art throughout history and recognized patterns and repeating the same face over centuries.
Yeah.
I think back, did I ever see that ring in any painting?
It's not a ring. It was a brooch. Oh, you mean?
I'm sorry, the brooch. The brooch.
Yeah. Yeah, you've probably seen it in some sort of stylistic, painting or something.
Okay. Well, we can. Okay, no clue there. Okay, we'll proceed.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that there's a specific.
I got the sense by that.
Yeah, sorry. I think I misunderstood where you were going with it.
Well, it just occurred to me that I could have maybe understood, maybe trace like a little bit of a clue where it came from, like maybe it was painted in Bavaria in the 12th century or something on a thing. And
So
then, okay.
You did already know that the oh God, I don't remember what the name of it was, but that town that Lucy had fled to or lived in back in England, where Dracula's ship went. That's where that the stone was mined in that town. You guys already knew that.
Okay.
Like from when you originally found the brooch to start with.
Okay, so it's going to really kind of originate there and go back.
Yeah, so that'd be information you already knew. I can't tell you what that information is off the top of my head. I would have to let's see if I could actually. I have it here. Let me see if I could actually find that note real quick. Maybe I could actually give you the actual clue again. Because I wouldn't have expected you to remember it all the way by now. Anyway.
It's like Johnny's like having this moment of a flashback while we're
we're all standing around him like, is he having a stroke? Dr. Mitchell, is he having a stroke again? What's he doing? He's staring.
Hard to say. I don't know.
Twitching.
I'm afraid I don't have that handy, but I do have it.
I
just have to find it to be able to do it. But with that in mind, it is 11:30. That's probably a good time to wrap up the stream, really. And because I'm at the end of my actual prepared stuff for sure. I'm definitely making shit up.
We survived.
I found it. Let's see here. So what's their brooch? Pots black stone. It's jet from Whitby. Whitby was the name of the. It was mined in Whitby since Roman times. It was a brooch found lying in the sand by Lucy Westerner while walking the shore at Whitby. She wore the brooch during their initial contact with Dracula, and it was not recorded as being among her belongings when Arthur Holmwood took possession of the Westerner estate.
Okay, so she found it.
So it was,
they had a relationship.
yeah, it was supposed that it was buried with her in Kingstead Cemetery.
Gotcha. So lots of false reports because she's not buried, and but it was missing, and we don't know what the lineage is, but it got into the Hound's hands, to our hands, to Lucy's hands, and back to her.
Yeah, and Lucy recovered it from you.
And when I mentioned the idea that Lucy might have some sort of special protection besides the insane asylum and being invited in, the first thing that Byron said was, well, she does have the brooch. So I'll just put out there, maybe the brooch has some sort of non-detection powers or something on it. It's interesting. Or maybe it has some sort of power.
She definitely wanted it back, and you guys can further question her on the next episode.
Oh,
sounds good.
Before we
I
end
can
the
actually,
stream,
and I can actually figure out what this shit is.
I got to thank Thorg So Thor Godinson, for those in the chat right now or those watching the stream, he owns this episode with the title. I can't say it out loud. It's Purge the Patchouli. Was this episode named? Thorg, send me a quick email to gm@mythbrigade.com. I got a t-shirt and some other shit that you've long deserved. So send me your shirt size. Otherwise, it's going to be really small because we have a lot of smalls and no one's that small. It's like this fucking big. Anyway, but
And if you're interested, also
baby
Thorg,
shirts?
dude,
and also Thorg, if you're interested in being a cast member on Myth Brigade, please include some information about yourself when you email Jason.
yeah.
And
Age,
if we
sex,
have
and location.
because we have
kidding.
some other games, we have some other games that are coming up, and
So many
we're
games.
trying to include new cast members.
And the
So-
thing is, so we may lose a player on season 2 of Tides of Nurgle. I'm going to say this on stream. We may. We did. I'm just being honest. We did. And since you love that fucking shit so much, come do season 2. Like, let's bring it back. That's not fair. There's only, how about, okay, all 3 of you play one character. I'll put all your
I'm totally cool with that.
I can't be on the Tides of Nurgle stream. I have to be in the chat to give you the rules.
I know you gotta seriously GM at Myth Brigade. That's
Damn
what
it.
Yes. GM.
Dude,
I don't know anything about that game.
I'll
be like, I don't know. I'll just show you
It's
dice.
so
and
good.
just,
It's so good.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hit that button. Let's hit it together, shall we? Like, come on. Ready? 1, 2.